It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Gosh, man, we have nothing to do with this.
What? What is this?
Garbage! You know what? I can't take this anymore. It's an awful, awful radio show.
We're really, really mean-spirited, evil people who can't see the good in anything.
I think we've done a good job so far of being open-minded and broad-minded.
You know, like when you try to call the police when I touch you.
I don't call the police. I just pretend, because it makes you touch me a little harder.
Oh, God.
Excellence in broadcasting.
It's too bad you got to have some form of intelligence to listen to the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's be honest, you probably didn't graduate high school. You probably have 3 or 4 kids, and you're probably a grandma at the age of 32. So I guess we have to give that much to you.
Tanya, I'd like to apologize.
Why would you apologize? Go away.
Opie.
Jail is better than this misery I'm in.
Anthony.
I just think Nazi, and I can't get it out of my head.
Jim Norton.
Hilarious! Hilarious, people!
You guys ready to laugh?
It's gotta be the greatest thing ever.
I'd sooner have a water drinking contest. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Look at that, a new intro for the Opie and Anthony Show.
Finally.
Yeah.
After yelling and screaming.
Good morning.
That was a good one.
Did everyone's baseball team win last night?
Oh.
Or yesterday afternoon?
The Yankees won.
Yeah. Screw the Yankees.
After a shaky start, the bats came alive. The Yankees won 9-5.
Not a dry eye in the house yesterday.
Not a dry eye in the house.
That Ruth built. Corey Lytle's
Corey Lytle,
widow and son threw out the first pitch.
Jason Jambi at her side.
Brought grown men to tears.
Did it.
Oh, I hate when they do that to you.
One of those touching moments.
Oh, it was just brutal.
Yeah.
You know, Corey Lytle crashed into the building on the east side of Manhattan.
When did it happen?
Time for opening day, so the widow
Yeah.
and the little son
Little son standing there with his little baseball cap on.
go walking out to the mound, and then the whole place just starts crying in unison. Oh, God, does that suck? Players crying? Everybody cried. Jason Giambi was just losing his mind.
Yeah.
I think that was the highlight for opening day.
It was a touching moment.
Although I'm hearing that Pete Rose was in Cincinnati yesterday
Yep.
for opening day.
Pete Rose taken in the game. Sitting there, it's sad. Pete Rose doesn't have Pete Rose hair anymore. What happened? Remember the Pete Rose haircut?
He's probably sick of all the jokes.
Yeah.
Said, you know what? It's time to cut this
I
muff.
think he lost a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete Rose.
Yeah. I didn't go to the home opener because I'm not a Yankee fan.
Oh, home opener.
I had tickets to the Yankees. I'm going to go to the Mets home opener on Monday.
Ah.
I'm a Mets fan. Yeah.
That's Monday. What time is that game?
I hope in the afternoon.
Oh, crap.
I'm praying.
Oh, I got to speed home. I got to get past that stadium.
You might want to take Monday off.
Oh.
You have to drive right through that traffic to get home.
Yeah, that's not fun.
To your estate.
Harumph.
No, I wanted to go to the game because I'm a big sports fan for the most part.
Sure.
Congratulations to Florida, by the way. Whatever. 2 years in a row. NCAA champions. Yeah.
Who's that? The Gators?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew that.
2 years in a row, and they won the football and they won the basketball. Pretty impressive.
I just know that more, not about sports. I just know it about cutting off girls' head and putting them on bookshelves. No, that's something to do with that college.
Yeah, they can win all the championships they want, but
they'll always be known for that crazy guy that cut a girl's head off, murdered a few, and put her head up on a bookshelf. Oof.
Speaking of which, I saw Grindhouse last night.
That's right. You got a little preview.
Well, that's why I didn't go to the home opener. I want to go up there, just check it out, because, baseball is baseball.
Yeah.
I don't really like watching it on TV, but I definitely like checking out a game. And I said, you know what, I got to get some sleepy. Got to get my sleepies in. Because Grindhouse, you gotta like dedicate like 3 hours to this movie.
Yeah, 3 hours, so you're going to be sitting there a while. You don't want to nod off.
Yeah, Grindhouse, it's the double feature. It's Planet Terror and then Quentin Tarantino's movie. What was his called? Death Proof, that's right.
Death Proof.
With Stuntman Mike.
Yeah.
And
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell plays that character. Jimmy went with his lovely little girlfriend.
Aw, they went on a movie date.
I got a date credit.
Oh, you got a date credit. Nice. That should be
your book. That should be worth something in your world.
It's fantastic, man. Because we have Tarantino today, so I did work stuff and got date credit.
All at the same time.
That's very, very nice.
Multitask.
Sure. And got to tell you, I was a little scared because 3 hours. I don't do well with long movies in a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I move around every 2 minutes trying to get comfortable. I got an achy back. Everything just aches because those seats suck. And they wonder why, like, attendance in general is down in movie theaters.
Because it's so much better when you can just watch them at home.
Even the average person has a system that's better than the movie theater at this point.
Yeah.
The average person.
You know, if you got a nice widescreen plasma or LCD in front of you and it's, a few feet away, it's just as good as a movie theater screen.
And you don't even
away.
You don't even really need a sound system. A lot of these TVs have just enough to, you crank up the volume.
Yeah.
You're gonna do just fine. So I was a little nervous because it's 3 hours long, but I gotta tell you, the easiest 3 hours I've spent in a movie theater. The easiest.
Really?
Went by like that.
So you're saying no riffraff in there?
No.
No?
It was all press people.
Ah.
All press people. Although,
that helps.
Although I decided, there was a couple slow moments. Nothing bad. Every movie has them. So I'm pulling out my BlackBerry to do a couple emails, and all of a sudden, did you see that guy come running over, the usher? What are you doing? I'm like, what? No cell phones, no BlackBerries. Turn everything off. They went into panic mode. I was mailing in my review already or something. Like, what could I possibly be doing that's disrupting the theater? No one saw me. I was like, I had it like this.
I guess they were
close
scared.
To the vest.
They were scared it might ring.
Yeah. So
probably why.
This guy came up to me in major panic mode. I swear to God, I almost bopped him in the nose.
You're assistant to the assistant manager at the movie theater.
But in a complete panic. I'm like, relax, dude. What am I getting? Screen caps of the movie? I'm going to throw it on the internet and wreck the whole thing for everybody?
Maybe that too. Camera phones.
Who knows?
Video phones.
Because they were on. Those guys were around the theater. I never saw the presence of those men before.
Of ushers?
Yeah.
Do they really intimidate people?
Dude.
Were they wearing the wacky old 1930s usher hats?
It wasn't the pimple-faced kid you usually see.
They're like bouncers?
These guys were like, they were scary.
Security like that at the movie theater, great.
And they were protecting everything. They were walking up and down the aisles, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable in this theater. Now that I think about it, Jimmy, they kind of... And then I'm moving around. I'm like, God, I hope I'm not moving around too much. I don't want to get yelled at again.
That's they're probably looking for some kind of copyright infringement going on.
Yeah,
photos, bootlegging, things like that.
Yeah.
Gets out on the web. As a matter of fact, I think Sunday's Sopranos leaked out.
Oh, really?
Onto the web. Yep.
I didn't
leaked out. That's going to be a big problem. And it's something like that wasn't even an issue last season. When was that? 20 years ago when they did the last season of Sopranos?
This time around it was reasonable. What, it was like 8 months? Instead of the 2.5 years they usually do or whatever?
That short?
I think so, yeah.
It was going to be in January, but Gandolfini had a leg problem.
I think it's been a year.
Maybe a year, but that pushed
in a year.
I'm going to bet less than a year from the finale.
I'll say a year. But it leaked out onto Torrent and those other services that you can just get stuff off of.
Sure.
And now it's out there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They lost me a couple seasons ago.
But are you going to watch it? I mean, there's only a
'cause-
few episodes. You got to see if they tie anything up.
Well, first of all, I got to see last season's. For some reason, I didn't watch last season's, and I love The Sopranos. But for some reason, they spent so much time in between the seasons. I just found other things to watch,
Yeah, they lose
and I'm sure
it.
it happened to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really into The Sopranos. But yeah, I'll watch the final season.
You got to catch up, I guess. You got to, on demand? Do they have it on demand? They should. They should have put last season on demand so you can kind of catch up and then watch these.
That would be smart. So, Grindhouse, I give it 2 huge thumbs up. I think our audience, for the most part, will love this movie.
Yeah, I like
these
it a lot.
movies, the fake trailers. It's a double feature, and they go old school with a lot of things. Like, the first movie's all beat up like it was made 30 years ago.
Really? It's got scratches in it and faded color.
And crackling.
Crackle.
Every once in a while.
That's great.
And the fake movie trailers were just
Great.
awesome. Awesome. I don't want to give too much away, but I really, really enjoyed both movies.
Kurt Russell was great. He was great.
As stuntman.
Yeah.
Oh, Stuntman Mike's my favorite. What a dick.
Yeah, right on. And Freddie Rodriguez is the star of Planet Terror. I think he's going to be on our show next week or something like that, or maybe later this week. He was unbelievable.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the first movie is a slasher zombie flick. We had Robert Rodriguez in here yesterday. Just nonstop action. If you know anything about me and movies, I'm not a huge action movie guy. I like action in my movies, but when it's one stunt after another, you lose me. But this was just nonstop action. I was totally into it from beginning to end. Absolutely.
Cold. And we got Quentin today.
Yeah. And they brought back, like, just stuff that I forgot all about. Remember when you used to go to the movies when you were a lot younger, and all of a sudden they would just have a girl topless for no reason?
Yeah.
Every movie had it. Every movie had the topless shot.
Yeah.
There was something always cool about that, right?
Of course.
And for some reason, because we live in a new world, they took that away from us as well. But they kind of brought it back in Grindhouse, and I applaud that.
I hope that's a sign of things to come.
And the first scene, Grindhouse opens up, not giving anything away, but all the guys in the movie theater were just gulping. Any guy that was with a girl on a date had to control himself.
Really?
That Rose McGowan.
Hot scene?
Hot scenes. It starts out, she's in a strip club. And she's not even naked. And it's one of the most erotic things I've seen on a movie screen in a long time.
She was
Not
dicky.
counting porn, obviously. What?
She was dishy.
Oh, my God.
Dishy.
Just how it was shot, the music playing, how she moved her body. The guys in the theater were just all losing our minds, just gulping like, oh, my God.
My girlfriend got mad at me because while she was on the screen, like the opening scene, I leaned over to my girlfriend and I went, go get popcorn.
It sounds to me, you're describing it like the way Selma Hayek was dancing in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
With that music playing, a great song playing, almost not slow motion, but just a little slower than normal.
Not a fan of hers.
Looking hot.
She is beyond hot, especially in that movie, but not a fan of hers.
Dusk Till Dawn, she was great when she came walking out on that table.
She's too clean. Yeah, I keep telling you, you need a little skank. Just a little.
Little skank.
Gotta just throw a little skank in the recipe. Poof, a little skank.
Skank it up a
Just
bit.
a little bit, and Rose McGowan has that.
Has a
The
little
opening-
pinch of skank.
Just a pinch. You don't want a whole handful of...
No.
Just a little bit.
A little pinch of skank.
Every guy wants just a little bit of... A little dirty poof.
Ooh.
You know, a little bam.
Here's E-Rock
Has found
the Selma Hayek scene.
No, that was definitely
I gather.
hot. Don't get me wrong. But see, here's the difference.
Yeah.
That looks like a movie.
Yeah.
It's lit perfectly, the makeup. Look, I mean, you know, but how Grindhouse opens, you truly feel, right, Jimmy? You're in that strip club watching her.
It was just great. Yeah, it was really old school, man.
It was just amazing.
Jumpy film, a little bit of jumpy film he throws in. He's just
Oh, yeah?
Right. And real
Do that.
just real gore. Just real
Good
gore.
old school gore.
Especially in the first movie, the double feature, yeah. Like the old days. Now, like, when someone gets shot or something, there's not much blood or guts. It's just kind of... It just
Unless
looks...
it's a war movie.
It just feels like it's a Hollywood movie, you know?
Well, our horror flicks have changed over the years, and now it's more fear, fright. They try to scare you.
Right.
Little stupid kids going, ah, and things like that. The Ring, things like that. Not much blood and guts. It's, that shock value. That stupid, jumpy movements that the characters do when their joints bend backwards and they crawl on the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's scary crap. But, they kind of got away from the slasher, blood and guts thing.
Well, Grindhouse brings it back, especially the first movie. And we got Quentin Tarantino in studio today. But it was a very easy 3 hours.
Yep.
The end of Quentin's movie, I applaud. I applaud Quentin. Nice little twist. And that's been in articles. We won't say what the twist is, but it was nice to see a little twist instead of the usual ending to a movie like his. See, I'm trying to talk in very broad strokes here.
I'll say it ended old school. I'll say it ended in an old school. It reminded me of a film. They made two references, which I'm going to hug him for, to a movie called, I think it was Crazy Mary, Dirty Larry. I forget how it was put. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. I saw it when I was a kid.
I remember that movie there.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Where it had one of those those old school 1974 endings.
Yeah.
The vibe of it. It was well done.
Yeah. And there you go. So I'm a little tired. Got home at what? What did you say?
I didn't help at all.
I didn't help at all.
I just
you know something? You absolutely helped me out there. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And probably another 100 people out there, which is good considering we talk to 1 million every day. So congratulations.
I could talk to 1/1000th.
Our phone number 1-866-313-FREE. 1-866-313-FREE. Do we have? Can we applaud Mayor Bloomberg really fast? Really fast here. The fine mayor of New York City. He's decided to stay out of the whole aluminum bat controversy.
He's promised to veto any bill that comes across his desk about this aluminum bat thing. They want to ban aluminum bats. The city wants to ban aluminum bats in Little League and in, I guess, school play because they say the ball jumps off the aluminum bat faster. A kid was hit in the chest a while back with an aluminum bat, with a ball that was hit off an aluminum bat, and he went into cardiac arrest. And now they want to ban aluminum bats.
Right.
And the mayor said, look, I don't think the city, politicians are qualified to make this kind of decision. Because if other people in the Little League and in the schools decide that it's dangerous, they could ban them amongst themselves. It's not a city issue.
He's leaving it to the Little League governing body, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because, you take the aluminum bat, and we're not the experts. I just applaud.
I don't know either.
I applaud that the government is staying out of the way, because they want to slow down the game.
Yeah.
And I say it's just the price of doing business. It's the price of being a human being on this earth. Unfortunately, crap like this is going to happen no matter what.
Yep.
No matter what. Remember the girl that took the hockey puck to the forehead or the chest and died?
Yeah.
And now, because of one lousy incident, we all have to watch our hockey games through a net.
Through a net.
They've been playing hockey for how many years, and finally one of those pucks goes flying into the stands. And unfortunately for the family and the people that know her, it sucked.
It just
really
takes
sucked.
One event. I mean, what if a Little Leaguer hits a ball and the bat shatters and a shard goes, into someone's chest? Then they're going to ban wooden bats.
Yeah.
And you got to play wiffle ball. What else are you going to do? Either way, it doesn't happen very often. It's tragic when it does, but you can't go banning every single thing that injures somebody.
It's the price of being a human being. It's going to happen no matter what. I hate watching hockey games through a net.
Yeah.
But that's what they decided. Every arena needs nets now because the one girl took the hockey puck
They
in the
don't want
face.
that puck flying into your head.
So, But I applaud the mayor for staying out of this one.
Mayor Bloomberg.
It's funny. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We're talking about this. There was did you know that Robert?
Yeah, we all read that this morning, and we wish we had that info yesterday. Robert Rodriguez, who was in studio yesterday, the director of Planet Terror, the first feature of Grindhouse. It came out today, unfortunately today, that he's been banging Rose McGowan.
Yeah, is that what they're saying?
And he kind of wrecked his 16-year marriage to his lovely, lovely wife.
Yeah, I
And
read that.
I guess
I was horrified reading it.
I guess they have 5 kids.
5 kids, and she's like co-producer in the movies that he makes.
They work together.
Yeah, this is something where in a court of law she could absolutely say, hey, I'm responsible for, half of what he's done.
See, but
Yeah, if you're a producer, it's kind of hard to not.
Anthony, Jimmy, and I understand.
We all know what producers do. Nothing.
He was behind the camera for that opening scene in Grindhouse, and he just lost his mind. Like, oh my God,
She was good, man.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan was great.
ridiculous. So he blew off his wife of 16 years and blew off the 5 kids to get a piece of that.
Wow.
And supposedly they're an item, but they're kind of trying to keep it on the old QT. Even though they showed up at the LA premiere together in the same limo, but left separately. So, the paparazzi can't really prove they arrived together because all it is a limo with one leaving and then a few minutes later the other leaves.
Yeah.
It's a nice little trick.
How did she pull this off?
What do you mean?
She was goddamn Marilyn Manson's skank when she first popped on the scene.
Wasn't she an actress, though? Was she an actress when she was dating?
Yeah, absolutely.
Barely,
She was
dude.
in Scream.
Dude, barely.
Scream was a huge movie.
And was she in Scream before Marilyn Manson?
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. She already had a name before she started hanging with Marilyn Manson. I will bet money on that.
Because I remember
And
that
by the way,
shot.
you lost the other bet already.
What happened?
The finale of The Sopranos was June 2006.
And it's starting when?
Like this Sunday.
Jesus.
Actually, we got to split the difference.
Yeah,
you said
come
a
on.
year. I said 8 months.
8 months.
Looks like it's 10 months.
Jeez, come on.
I just did the math and realized, what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
It's kind of a tie. We're not doing Price is Right rules here, Pally.
All right, now we got to figure out the Rose McGowan.
Because I remember it was a red carpet shot of her and Marilyn Manson walking in. She was wearing a net. That's all she was wearing. It was pretty much a netting. And she looked hammered. It was almost a Courtney Love moment. Like she was all like effed up.
Yeah.
And her lower end didn't look good in that netting because she was really sloppy. And then she banged herself into shape and
she got
dumped him, and she's a big star now.
She ate a few salads and got on a treadmill.
Yeah.
There you go.
Looks good.
Took most of the skank out of her, and she was left with what, Ed? Just a little poof.
Just she left a pinch of skank
A little
in her.
pinch. Poof.
Yeah. And she looks really good now. Yeah, that's the picture.
Oh, is that Rose?
Wow.
Yeah, that's Rose McGowan in the first shot I ever saw of her.
No, she looks so much hotter in
See, now I can't imagine her going from Scream, which she looked really good in, to that,
Well,
and then back to good.
that's not that bad though.
It's not a very modest outfit. Her hiney is showing.
Yeah.
Her body is so much better in Grindhouse, but that's not that bad.
I don't know. Do we have a date yet? Yeah. Oh, we do? Oh, what is it? What is it, Travis? What was first?
You're wrong.
Son of a bitch!
Arms in the air, baby.
What was
Scream was in 96.
96?
The awards show that Ope was talking about was 98.
2 years?
Yeah.
My God, man.
Her hiney is showing.
All right.
It's not a modest outfit.
No.
All right, we're getting warmed up. It's the Opie and Anthony show. So we got Quentin Tarantino Tarantino coming in to talk about Grindhouse. It's all about Grindhouse this week. And, I enjoyed it immensely.
Nice. Can't wait to see it.
All right. Anything else you want to say about the movie, Jimmy?
No, I enjoyed it very much. I'll talk to QT when he gets here.
Oh. QT.
All right, we'll go to the phones next. They're lit. Isn't it the ball's fault, not the bat? Other directors are bringing back horror. The hotline's ringing. We got things to do. It's the Opie and Anthony show. Hit it.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
I drive these scrubs crazy. I do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely. They buy me all these icy sky. My love, my love, my love, my love. You love my lady loves. My hump, my hump, my hump, my humps. They got you.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. How weird is that? It's something a lot of people will be checking out on the internet today.
I kind of like it.
You do? Yeah. This is Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
She released this video all over the internet the last day or two. It's Fergie's or Black Eyed Peas' My Humps.
Mm-hmm.
Alanis Morissette doing the cover. And the video, she shouldn't be dancing and trying to look sexy like Fergie does. Yuck. She's got a great voice, we'll give her that, but I don't know.
Remember that video where she was kind of naked, but they pixelated out?
Yeah. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Sneeze, Jimmy, sneeze, get it out!
I have that type of temper.
Here, look.
Look at the light. See, that'll do it.
Look at the light.
What are you,
Nothing?
not human?
No.
You're not human.
Look at the light.
Light is supposed to make you sneeze.
Makes me blink.
Huh?
Makes me blink. Pepper makes me sneeze. Lights make me blink.
You know what makes me sneeze? My first sip of Guinness of the night. I'll, take a sip of Guinness, swallow it, and then it'll do something and make me sneeze.
Oh.
And then
a good sneeze. A big frothy head comes out of my nose.
One sneeze and you're done? That's it?
Yeah, just the first sip of Guinness for some reason makes me sneeze.
Is Guinness a guy you live next door to?
Yeah. An Irish gentleman.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know why we just play that, to be completely honest with you, but
it's all over the internet.
Yeah, we try to be in touch with what's going on out there, and a bunch of people will be searching that out and checking that out today as they do their regular, surfing.
That internet, yeah, you got to get it on there quick before it goes away, the internet. I think it's a fad.
You think?
Yeah. I think that internet thing is a fad.
All right, let's...
Bunch of kids finding their things on their videos and whatnot. I was all annoyed yesterday. I went searching for that stupid Weatherman video. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that was...
Fan had to point it out to me.
That was a low moment on the show yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Let's be
Taking
honest.
a completely visual thing and putting it on the radio. It's brilliant.
We looked
Bravo.
at each other like, this makes for a better video. And then people were mad because we didn't give them the search.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easy to find on their own.
It wasn't.
Because, our listeners are savvy. But there so many emails coming in. Dude, first of all, the bitch sucked, but we could at least figure out that it's a good video, and then you don't tell us how to find it.
Then don't tell us where the video was. It wasn't on opieandanthony.com, so I had no idea where it was. And apparently it was on the news station's website or something. I don't know. I couldn't find it on YouTube or Break.
If you weren't listening yesterday, it's a weatherman that's completely asleep.
The video is funny. I finally saw it.
Yeah.
And he is completely asleep in his chair, and they go to him, and he does that, like he was awake the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, he sits right up. Yeah, I'm ready. Like no one noticed I was dead asleep.
Let's say hi to Mike in Georgia. Mike, what's going on?
Hey there, Mike.
Hey there, Opie and Anthony. Love you. Love the show.
Thanks.
What's up, Mike?
I've just been listening to this Mayor Bloomberg thing, too, and, I'm not a rocket scientist or anything.
I didn't, forget it. I didn't comment on how he sounded like one, and it surprised me, but it came out I didn't and ruined the whole thing.
I'm figuring that, what gave the kid the cardiac arrest was more or less the ball and not the bat.
Well, agreed, but they're saying that the ball hit him a lot harder because the kid was using an aluminum bat.
Well, they got an elbow guard, they got a face guard, they got a toe guard, they got a knee guard, they got a crotch guard. Why don't you give him a chest guard and let him go play?
Well, how about this? Not every kid should be playing baseball.
Well, there you go.
For some reason in America, every kid has to play baseball.
If you can't take a liner to the chest, you shouldn't be playing.
A little tip to the parents out there. When your kid's in the backyard, maybe try to figure out what they might be good at.
If it's ballet.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I say it all the time, but it's been a lot of fun watching my little nephews grow up.
and I go to these games. I go to the Pee Wee hockey games and the Little League games and stuff. And thank God, my nephews they got some skills.
Yeah.
But you go to some of these games and you see some of these kids that they have no business being on the baseball field.
Yeah, maybe they should be in drama class.
You could tell even at a very early age that some of these kids will do much better on a stage, if you know what I mean.
Maybe they should be doing flower arrangements, something like that.
Whatever.
Not be on the field.
But I guess every father wants their son to be a baseball star in America. So everyone throws their kid into the old pool. And they just hope they got a major leaguer.
And Dad's the last one to pull him out of there because Dad really wants him to be a sports kid. And
I tell the story, a kid on first base while the game's going on, kind of like just twirling around like a ballerina.
Yeah.
And then the son's father's on the sideline just mortified, just trying to get the kid down into the first base position. Kid doesn't care. He wants to be on a stage. He wants to go do anything but baseball. But it's obvious the father's kind of pushing this on him.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I used to spin in a circle. It was a nervous tick I had. I would spin once in a circle to the right.
It's so stupid.
Once in a circle only. Things are wrong. Spin. All's well. And I was playing for Young's Glass Service in 4th grade. And I was in the outfield, and I was occasionally spinning. And my coach screamed from the sidelines, "Hey, Jimmy, what are you, a ballerina?" I was in right field.
Yeah, of course you were.
Both teams, all the fathers heard it. Oh, it was awful.
Well, they were probably all looking at you going, what is he doing spinning around?
Wait until I get back into the dugout, coach. How about a little quiet talking to?
No, you got to make an example.
How about you take me to the side?
Yeah.
When no one's looking.
Oh, boy, he took me right out of ballerina school, though. I quit spinning.
Did you stop spinning after that?
But you're not.
But did you look kind of, limp-wristed while doing it? That's what I'm talking about.
You spun like a man.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll show you, which doesn't work on radio.
Yeah, but I want to see it anyway.
But it would just be a spin, like you'd have to take, like,
Okay, that's silly.
Yeah.
Were your hands on your hips like that?
Or whatever. Or just whatever you were doing.
And then you did that and everything was right with the world, right?
I don't know why, yeah.
Man.
It's like that. So when you said ballerina, boy, that touched off a lovely memory.
All you have to do, though, is go to one game and you realize who's there to play baseball and who's there because Daddy wants them to be a baseball star.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I was never a sports guy. You are, obviously, talking all the time about basketball and things like that. Were you one of those, though, where Dad would show up and,
my dad
and be proud of your prowess out on the field or something?
Well, my dad was a basketball star back in the day. Had to try out for the Knicks. That's the big story in my family. But he blew it off because of personal issues with his first wife. And so,
I'm sure never regretted that one.
Well, she
never looked back with regret on that.
She ended up dying. So
Jesus,
he decided to be with his dying wife instead of try out for the Knicks. I think it was pretty. Hey, you're not going to get a tear from me.
That's terrific.
You're not going to get a tear from me, Aunt.
Oh,
it's the only reason I'm here.
God.
A fine tragedy like that.
Wow.
That's the only reason I'm on this earth.
I was only joking.
Because then he turned around and married my mom and had six lovely kids. So there you go.
You wouldn't have been here.
But we were brought up with basketball in our blood, kind of. Although I'd never had the height, and that was my sport. I tried the Little League, and I was like Jimmy. I was right fielder. I was scared to be in the batter's box. I realized early on that's what I'm getting at. I got some knowledge. I realized early on I don't want to play baseball. I like playing in the schoolyard with my friends when there's no pressure and there's no, kid trying to throw a ball as hard as he can and he has no freaking control.
Yeah.
That was never fun for me. So I said, you know what? Basketball and running and other things were much more my speed.
I had a good arm. I could throw really far, really hard, but nothing else. I was a disaster as far as any kind of sports went.
What was your favorite sport?
None sport.
Not one sport where you enjoyed it.
There was nothing I'm
not talking about making the high school team or anything, but just one sport growing up where you're like, you know what, I like this. Like, for me, it was basketball. I could play basketball, and I did when I was a kid, like 12 hours a day.
Hated basketball. I was bad at everything. Like, I was bad at everything. I liked dodgeball because I could throw the ball pretty hard, and I was really skinny, so I was hard to hit.
That's a sport you play with girls.
No. It's a sport that it's not even a sport. It's this dumb game you play in gym class.
It's recreation.
Yeah, it's recreation. It's not a sport. But that was it. I mean, things like baseball, I was always the kid that even if I connected with the ball, it was an infield out.
Yeah.
It was done. I couldn't get it over the goddamn the heads of the infield. And two-hand touch football, it's ridiculous. What am I going to do? I wasn't big enough to do any blocking, that's for sure. And I couldn't get away from anybody. So I'd just get slaughtered. I was a little, like, string bean. Hockey, there was no hockey.
Oh, I loved hockey growing up.
We used to play stupid, like, a floor hockey.
I loved floor hockey.
In gym, and there was always the big douche who would have to check you against the accordion door that separated you from the girls. All I pictured were horrified girls looking as they're playing whatever they did over there with their dyke teacher. All right, girls, time to climb the rope. I'll be holding the bottom. I'll be holding the knot. Make sure you wear your skirts. Get those panties off, girls. As they see the accordion door just go get pushed in because another skinny kid's getting his head smashed
by
as
the
they
big
check.
Guy. Yeah.
Shower time, girls. Coach, we just got out here. Shower. Listen to me. We're all showering today. The dyke girl gym teacher.
Yeah, why was the gym teacher ever called out for being a dyke ever?
Every one of them.
Every single one of them was a lesbian in hiding.
And the guy gym teacher was the opposite of that. Was like all man, ready to punch a fifth grader in the face.
He was just a miserable F.
Like Gunnery Sergeant Hartman coming into your...
Every male gym teacher was a failed athlete.
Yeah.
He kind of made it to like the farm team or minor league this.
They all got a story.
Or went to Europe to play his sport. And then finally, he had nothing left, so he's like teaching gym class to a bunch of freaking burnouts.
And the goof to all those guys is, well, you watch, you'll be teaching gym class.
Right.
No, I won't. You know, I'm making the cut. I'm going to make the team. Mm-hmm. And then they don't make it, and they take out all their aggression and aggravation on kids.
But dude, in my junior high and high school, the female gym teacher, she was more of a male than I was.
Yeah.
Like, no one noticed this? And she was allowed access to the...
Oh, smorgasbord for her.
To the dressing room or the showers, whatever.
Locker rooms.
Whatever.
The showers.
Because you never think that the gym teacher could be a lesbian. Like, she's just kind of, monitoring and watching out for the girls.
She's a tomboy that never grew out of it, and she's 45 years old.
With the short hair and the big oversized sweatshirt.
Short gray hair.
You know the look. Like, what is going on here? Protect your...
Awful.
And when you're in junior high, as a girl especially, you have no clue about being a lesbian. You have no idea, for the most part. Mm-hmm. Especially back when we were going to school. Now, I'm sure they're a little more open to all that stuff, and they're growing up a lot faster. But back in the day, these girls had no clue, and they just thought it was safe to be kind of naked in front of the gym teacher.
Yeah. Imagine what that gym teacher was thinking.
And she's just making believe she has to do something in the locker room, and humana.
Gym teacher walks in. I gotta get the girls out to the class. Suit up, girls, suit up.
And in my school,
just completely aroused.
Yeah, in my school too, for some odd reason, the gym teacher's office was in the locker room.
In the locker room. What the hell was that about?
And it was kind of like a booth with like windows.
Yeah.
So she's sitting there on the phone making believe she's getting ready for the big game or ordering more dodgeballs, whatever the hell they did.
Picture your cubicle at work in a strip club. That's where they work. I gotta go. Phone call. Let me make... I'm having trouble with my whistle. Yeah, we need,
I Another gross of dodgeballs. Some field hockey shin pads. You girls dry off well. You don't want to get athletes for.
The office right in the locker room.
I swear to God.
I never even. I totally just you. Totally made me remember that.
That is the funniest thing I've heard in weeks.
Oh.
And I told you the story. I've mentioned the high school. I better not, but it's long gone because they finally remodeled. But I was one of those. I helped out the coach. I forgot we had a little title, like we were coaches. Helpers, whatever. I don't know what the hell it was.
Wow.
But we had access to his office, which was right next to the women's locker room. His office was not in the locker room like the girls' was. The girl teacher and coach. And we noticed this corkboard that had all the schedules and stuff. And one day, I don't know, maybe it was passed down from generation to generation, but someone just knew to close the door, lock it, and remove the corkboard. And there was a fine hole that went right through not just a wall, like it was those blocks.
Cinder blocks.
Cinder blocks, thank you. This hole went all the way through the cinder block.
Someone worked very hard.
And I guess I finally was invited into the inner circle, and I was like, hey, you want to see something? Like, yeah, whatever. We're just sitting around talking about the Knicks or something dumb because we're all obsessed with basketball. And one kid's like, you want to see something? Like what? He goes, oh, trust me on this. So they locked the door, and they removed the corkboard, and there's a hole. And he waited as the period is ending.
Yeah.
And all the girls file into the locker room, removed the corkboard, and it was like...
Wasn't covered by a poster of Rita Hayworth.
And I hate to say this because I know, a lot of people who went to high school listen to this show. They chatter.
We're watching you.
I saw most of the girls that I graduated with naked.
Oh, what a thrill.
Naked.
Jesus. That was about the biggest thrill you could possibly have, was the thought that you were going to see them naked. It was actually the thought, when I would watch the girls come out of the locker room, the thought that they were just naked was enough to, like, get you all worked up.
Sure.
That was like, oh, and then you'd be next to the locker room, the girls' locker room, and think, right behind this wall, it's just a little wall, is just paradise. There it is. And it's what they call sanity that kept you from just running in there. But because we talked yesterday about the over-the-top guy that didn't know how far to push it.
Yeah.
There was always a kid every year or so that would just run into the girls' locker room.
He just couldn't take it anymore.
I can't take it. I gotta see this.
His little perf switch went off.
Oh, and the news would spread through the school. He'd be in trouble. It's just, his little perf switch went off, and I gotta get in there.
It's just tempting you.
Yeah.
It tasks me.
It says it right on the door, girls' locker room. It says, nude girls are in here.
Right.
Hormones are pumping. I'm going through a time of my life where I can't keep this thing in one spot. And there's a door, there's a sign on it that might as well just say, all of your nude girl dreams right here. Doesn't even have a locking knob on it.
You don't know how.
You push it, it opens.
You know how what the hell was going on down below?
Oh.
You're just trying to keep it under control.
I gotta get in there.
Right. It's like Regis.
I gotta get in there, Gelman. There's nude girls.
The worst would be if you time it wrong and you run in while they're still dressed. So now you're thrown out of high school and you saw nothing.
And they just turn around fully clothed going, what is this idiot doing?
You really had a guy that would just run in there?
Yeah, every year or so there was some guy that would just lose his mind and have to run in, usually with like a bandana around his face or something. But everyone knew who everyone was.
Yeah.
So you get busted.
I worked out at a gym that I got to keep this on the QT too.
Oh, you're only talking to a couple of people.
And there was a cork board, another cork board.
Those cork boards.
With like the yoga class schedule and the spinning schedule and, massages when you could get a massage. Nice gym. And I discovered, because one day I'm just looking at the schedules, and I just kind of take a little glance to the left, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Perfect shot at the mirror in the girls' locker room that bounced off to the nudity. And I would just stand there in between sets, like, making believe I'm looking at the yoga schedule over and over.
Boy, he sure is interested in that yoga schedule.
Oh, and I couldn't believe that no one discovered this. And it wasn't, you didn't have to look like a creep. You were just looking and just kind of looked over to your left and boom, mirror, boom. And you would just wait for the hot chick to be done with her workout, and you would, time to check the yoga schedule, hoping. It was like fishing.
I'll tell you who else knew it. The person who wrote the yoga schedule. Who else would put that faggoty nonsense on the wall?
You occasionally get that in bathrooms at bars or something like that.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. You're walking by, the door flings open, you could look in the mirror. It's a girl coming out of the stall. You don't really see anything, but you're like, hey, it's got a little view into the
that was all right, man.
inner sanctum.
All right. Anyway, the female gym teacher bit is beyond hilarious.
Yeah. Why they put her off? It's
I
great.
swear to God,
brought that up. I know. I remember it.
Oh, it was in yours too?
Yeah.
The office was in the locker room?
The office was in it.
It was a way to save space. I don't know what that was about.
There were a couple of times after school hours, if I was in the school for any reason whatsoever, I don't even know why I'd be in there, but no one was in there. Me and a couple of friends would go into the girls' locker room just to look around.
And that was like...
And see what it was like. It's like, yeah.
That would get your mind going.
You go up to the bench. Find out whose locker it is. Oh, yeah, I know this chick.
Oh, wow. Tomorrow she'll be naked right in front of this locker.
Like a dog.
Can you do the Dyke gym teacher? All the clueless young teenage girls.
Yeah, my girls should be coming in soon. They've been out playing field hockey. We just need another order. What are we looking for? We need some uniforms.
And you got to
the team.
And you got to order the giant ball that no one knows.
Yeah,
why.
we need the big round ball that they lay on and roll around on their little bellies. All right. Oh, here they come. Hold on.
All right, girls, shower time. I'll be here. Oh my gosh. Get on. Undress, girls. That's it. Get clean. That's what I taught you in health class, because I'm also the health teacher. Oh, God. Oh, God damn it, beautiful. Ladies, make sure you wash your gas wash right there.
But the school's that clueless.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, put the gym teacher's office right there. It'll keep it all convenient. They can talk with the girls.
I bet you that's how the Dykey gym teachers chose their job. They probably went from school to school and went, where's
the office?
Oh, we decided to conserve space, and your office is going to be in the women's locker room.
Okay, don't care about the pay. Right. Whatever, I'll be in. What time do I start? Now? When do the naked girls come in? Where's my whistle?
That's wonderful.
Your office is right off of the teacher's lounge thing.
Goodbye.
See you later. All right, we'll break. We'll continue. Quentin Tarantino coming in to talk about Grindhouse.
Nice.
Yes, very, very cool, and other things on the way. You know what? We didn't find this on our own, but a good friend of ours did, Laszlo. Henry Winkler, talking about child molestation from 1984. Wow. Complete with a little song that he sings.
All right, wait.
A song about your private parts.
I can't hear this. I have to go home. I can't listen to this and then live my life knowing this is out there.
You're listening to a slow news day, which means we're going to have a lot of fun today.
You never heard that song? Sunday, Monday, sad days.
See, we got the Dyke gym teacher stories coming in now.
Ooh.
All right, well, we got lots to do. Stay there. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, girls, good workout. Good workout, ladies. Time to shower off. Hit the showers. Come on, girls.
Come on. Come on, girls. Shower off. That's it. Get those uniforms off. Debbie, pick up my whistle. Oh, God.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony show. He continued through the break. Anthony's new bit. We were all clueless when we were in school. We had no idea. And then you grow up, you get a little knowledge out in this fine world of ours, and you go, what the F was going on in school with the dyke gym teacher?
But she was a little manly, that's all. But she was, didn't know she was, doing that with other women.
They were all called Ms.
The first ones to be called Ms.
They're in their 40s called Ms. Well, we're taking your dyke gym teacher stories. Diana from California, what's up?
Hey, it's me again. How are you guys?
Like we're supposed to know who you are.
It's Diana from California.
The shaving or talking shit or shooting shit while you're shaving your clit.
And she curses a lot.
I apologize. I forgot you guys were on this. But when I was in middle school...
Just let it go, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Diana.
When I was in middle school, we knew our teacher was... We didn't know what she was, but we knew we didn't want to be naked in front of her. You get checked for scoliosis when you're a certain age. And
that gag, by the way. Yeah, let's get into that a little bit.
The physicals. And we talked about it for weeks beforehand because we didn't know. We're like, are you really going to do it? Because you had to take your shirt off in front of her and she got to see you in your bra. So it was like it was weird. We didn't know we didn't know what gay was, but we knew what gay was.
Scoliosis test today, girls.
But we just had him yesterday.
Not a scoliosis test. Could happen in a day. You never know.
The test was flawed. We got to do it again.
Yeah, the results a little flawed. So line up on the line here and take your shirts off, girls.
Line up on the ladies. Scoliosis test all week. Drop my whistle.
And the best part about that, too...
Hearing test, girls. Hearing test. Take off your shirts. Why do we have to... Don't talk back. Hearing test. You got to take your shirt off.
She was always the favorite teacher, too, because she had a reason to be a really good teacher.
Yeah.
To get just a little bit closer.
She wanted to keep her job.
Dude, now that I think about it, when we were growing up, like, school was a pedophile's dream.
Of course.
How many times
where the kids are.
How many times was there an excuse to be...
The old age home.
That's just dawning on you?
I'm a pedophile working in an old age home. This place sucks.
Yeah, but back then they got away with murders, what I'm getting at. Every day, every day we're handed just a story after story, another kid and a teacher or whatever, some dumb pedophile thing happening, right?
Yeah.
We had no clue when we were in school. Mm-hmm. And our parents, for the most part, had no clue. They thought the pedophiles were the creeps with the candy and the slow-moving car past the stupid school. No.
Those are pedophile hacks.
Yeah. They were in our schools. And there was always an excuse to get the kids semi-naked.
Was there, Opie? Why don't you tell us about
What excuse?
What excuse?
The cough test for guys? What was that about? Why did they have to check that in school?
Oh, that was to check for a hernia or something?
But why did they have to do that? Why couldn't you have it with your family doctor?
You did.
What?
It's like, as far as I remember, you did.
No, dude.
But then they would do it in school. You're absolutely right. They would line up.
You can joke all you want, but I'm getting into some real crap here. Like, we all lined up one after another, like, getting the cough
We lined
test
up.
on. I'm like, what's that about?
100 boys lining up in elementary school in front of a creepy old man.
Right.
Who would take you behind this white little curtain they'd put up.
And
take his hand, grab your junk underneath, and say, cough.
Checking for hernias. And here's the deal. It was always an older, creepier guy. And the school, once again, assuming that's the safe way to go.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe a young female doctor or whatever. It was like, no, obviously a guy wouldn't be turned on by this.
Yeah,
An
they
old
hadn't
guy that's
learned
never
yet.
been married and been in the school district for 4 decades.
He's our best guy when it comes to doing this to kids.
Right. Are you kidding me?
He doesn't even get paid.
And then
he volunteers.
And then the scoliosis test? What was
Yeah.
it? Why? Why in school?
Can't tell if your pediatrician hasn't been able to tell if your back looks like a pretzel.
Right.
But this guy, some creep in school is going to know when you take your shirts off, everyone's shirt off.
There was always an excuse to be semi-nude in school.
Nude.
For whatever reason.
But what is this whole thing about the hernia check with the hand?
It's something to do
They would
with the
have
cough,
to,
like they feel something that's not right.
Feel some kind of, they would grab underneath and just about where the mid-ground is, No, I understand where. But they would use the hand? Yeah. Hand.
No, not. See, in my school, he said that there's more nerve endings in the mouth, and that was more helpful for the test. And I thought that was standard.
Wow.
And then he made me test him, which I thought was inappropriate because I'm not a doctor.
All right, let's go to Chicago.
It's funny, at the end of the test, he would cough and gag a little.
Let's not forget, we are live in Chicago now. They adjusted our hours.
Not at that age.
Talking right over you. I'm sorry. Let's say hi to Robert listening on WCKG Live.
Hey there, Bab.
What's up, Robert?
Hey, I got a great story for you about gym teacher. The sisters that were older than me, they all had the same gym teacher in high school, and she wanted to make sure that everybody washed in the shower instead of just kind of, So in order to make sure that they got wet in the shower, as they were filing out, she would be standing there, and with her finger, she would run between, their breasts.
All right, you're such a liar.
To make sure that they were wet, I swear to God.
Why couldn't she just do it with their arms to make sure no one's going to say anything?
Or just look and see if there's a glistening of liquid.
Because as soon as the touching happens, of course somebody's going to be onto something.
No, this was honest to goodness. I mean, I'm 40, my sister's in their mid-50s.
Lie detector's going off on the phone?
Yeah,
You heard that?
Oh, wait, he said he's 40, though, and the sister's in the mid-50s.
You know something? I wouldn't doubt it.
Back then, maybe.
Back then.
Right between the you-know-what, though? Come on.
Yeah, right. But in the cleavage. She would take a little like whipped cream off a cake and put her finger in her mouth.
I remember the gym teacher would be annoyed if you didn't take a shower after gym class. And Guess what? Gym teacher, some of us didn't develop yet.
I would never take a shower in gym class because, first of all, I didn't work up a sweat. I didn't do anything in gym. I stood around like an idiot.
You know
and why the hell am I going to get naked at school?
in front of people you see every day in the hall.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that.
And guess what? Some of us developed a little later. I was one of those kids. I'm not going to be naked in a men's locker room as a junior high school kid with the kid that already has a mustache and everything else is happening
70s porno mustache.
I look like an infant. I'm like, that was cruel.
Hope he went to school with John Holmes, just walking around with a big mustache.
It's kind of a hack bit, but we all had that kid that, had the 5 o'clock shadow by 6th period.
Yeah.
And he was shaving already, and you're still waiting for your first whisker, praying every night for that one little whisker, knowing that the process has begun.
Certain areas just look like a clamshell.
That's what I'm saying.
A plucked chicken.
Oh, I was like Mission Impossible dude in the locker room. I made sure that I wasn't naked in front of
no one saw anything.
No.
I'd be standing on the line, and everybody's with their shorts and sneakers on, and I'd be there with jeans and my shoes, just getting yelled at and berated by a gym teacher that, like we said before, wanted to be something else.
Yeah.
Where's your uniform? Uniform? It's shorts and a T-shirt with the stupid school logo on it. That stinks because it's been in my locker for 6 months.
Stupid school logo. We haven't won a championship since 1977.
Yeah.
We all see the banner up there.
Yeah, you think, like, I want to put on the uniform. Have some pride.
Have some pride.
That's the Captain Hook uniform.
Right. The only championship we had in our gym was for badminton, 1977.
Badminton.
Some dumb sport. Greg in Bayside, what's up?
Yeah, quick question for you guys. And it proves that there's got to be those pedophiles back when we were going to school. How many little kids actually walked away from those tests with hernias?
Yeah, I remember when I was lifting vaults, When I was 7 years old, I was in the vault and anvil business.
How many kids are doing heavy lifting back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many 13-year-olds were powerlifting?
Yeah, Doc, I tell you, I just went to pick up the Tonka truck, and shooting pain.
They remember they lined us up in our frickin' underwear, and they had us do all these physical tests, and they did the scoliosis.
It was like the induction. It was like you were going off to the Nam. What the hell were they doing to these kids?
It was they had an inside society, man. They all figured it out a long time ago.
We were really raised in a screwy time.
Let's go to.
There's so much trust in everybody.
Right.
You know, they'd send us off to school and just whatever happened, and you couldn't come home. Hey, I went to school today. Oh, how was your day? Well, I had to pull my pants down. Like, if that happened today. Well, hey, how was your day in school? Well, I pulled my pants down in front of an old guy. Woo! Woo!
Come out of the building. Put your hands in the air. Get the creepy old guy out here. He's under arrest, as are everyone in the school over the age of 16.
Like, today... Back then, it was like, how was school? I pulled my pants down for an old man, and I coughed. Oh, I did that when I was a kid. It was great. It's a hernia test.
No big deal.
All right, go ahead.
Right.
But get out, mow the lawn. What? In this day and age, you don't get away with anything.
And they would come up with, like, dumb things during gym class just to get you all horned up.
Horned up.
They get you horned up, and then you got to go into a locker room, and then you got gym teachers making sure you're washing properly. What the hell was going on?
Scraping you with their fingers.
Climbing the rope in gym class, the only reason to do that was to get you horned up.
Yeah.
For what? I don't know. Maybe the gym teacher was looking for the weak ones.
The ones that were ready.
Let's go to Dan in Jersey. Dan, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Dude, I got a story for you guys.
All right.
Middle school, I'm dating this chick.
Yeah.
They did the whole physical thing.
Yeah.
The curtain opens up. My girlfriend's father.
Oh.
That's awkward.
It was very weird.
Hey, now you both got something to talk about at dinner, huh, Pop?
Especially if he leaned over and smelled her breath.
Father goes, I know that breath.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, that wouldn't work really, now would it? No. I get a minus for that one. So your girlfriend's father gave the hernia test?
Yes, he actually grabbed my junk.
Oh, my God. Too much.
Did he ever do it like when you were just sitting there on the couch and she left to get popcorn?
Watching TV.
Time for another test.
All right.
Oh, man.
Thank you. All right, well, you know what? We want to hear more from the ladies. Marissa in Boston, what's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hi.
I'm calling about the scoliosis test, actually.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I thought of. And, by the way, our female lesbian gym teacher did have her office in the locker room.
See?
Yeah.
Just in case you thought we were making this up.
Yep. And it was all glass, just like you said.
Yeah, big glass office.
Wait, does this sound familiar? This is my new favorite thing.
All right, girls, come on out. Just stand in front of my office here. Yeah, the glass office, right.
It's uncanny.
Gonna make sure everybody's practicing good hygiene. Want to make sure you're shaving your armpits. Shirts and bras off. Come on. Shirts off. Like, stand there, girls.
I gotta go lay down. Like trying to whistle after eating a cracker.
I'm dizzy.
So this is uncanny, right, Marissa?
Yeah, and it's funny because, like you said, the girls at that age, we didn't even think of stuff like that until we were wondering why we had to do it in our underwear when they were just looking at our back.
Everything in your underwear.
Everything was in your underwear.
Everything in your goddamn underwear back then.
Yeah.
All right, print it out, guys. Thanks.
All right, thank you. We got to take a break. We got Quentin Tarantino in the green room. We got some great stories that we're going to have to blow off for now. So we're going to clear the phone lines, and around 8 o'clock we'll get back into this and some other things. But we're very excited to talk to Quentin Tarantino next. of course, of Grindhouse. And Jimmy and I saw the movie last night, and if he's listening in the green room, man, 2 huge thumbs up for Grindhouse. We'll get into that next. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Want to get right into it. Quentin Tarantino in studio.
Yeah.
And during the break, I went into the green room just to say hi, because we're all huge fans. That's an obvious thing, right? And then I find out that he listens to our show. He has XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah, I got XM.
Oh, no.
And I listen to you guys. Not only that, I didn't even know that there was that Best Of channel that you're just on 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
I found that actually last week.
And that's when I knew you were a fan, because we'll have people come in, we'll interview them, and they'll go, hey, I love you guys. And then, who was it recently? It was... Jeff Goldblum. And he's like, big fan. I'm like, well, just name one bit we've done. That's all. Just one lousy bit. And he couldn't come up. He was just trying to be nice.
I can come up with the Louis Anderson on Family Feud bit. How cool is that?
With my father. Turning tragedy to comedy.
See? That is awesome. You just made our day.
Man.
Who cares about Grindhouse? Quentin Tarantino's a fan of ours. I was telling him in the green room, I'll say in front of everyone, we went and saw Grindhouse last night. Jimmy and I and his lovely girlfriend. My girlfriend was at school.
It's nice being a radio star.
And I told him that, like, it's tough for me to sit for 3 hours in a movie theater, but it was so easy to sit through.
That's what everyone's saying. It goes by so fast. It's not like you're sitting in a long movie.
Well, it's like, there's a difference between, and I kind of also don't have a problem with long movies, but there's a difference between sitting and watching some big movie that like takes 3 hours and watching like 2 movies.
Yeah.
This whole like theatrical experience. And that's what we were trying to do. It's like, there's Robert's movie Planet Terror, there's my movie. Got to be so good that you could take those out and they exist on their own. But putting the trailers in there, we're trying to just give you like this experience of what it was like at the movie. So it's hopefully it's closer to like a ride.
It definitely was.
It's so it must. That kind of thing reminds me of when I was a kid, and you'd go to the movies and it was such an experience, and those trailers were bigger than life and scary and kind of like adult oriented, titillating,
Oh God, no! I remember actually going. Somebody asked me. I actually had to think about this. What was like the first Grindhouse movie I ever saw? What I'd officially call that. And you actually just triggered something in my head right now. It was the Doberman Gang, and my grandmother took me to see it. And now the Doberman Gang was an exploitation movie, but like kids could see it. But the one that it was playing with was a movie called The Twilight People, which was like this Filipino a horror film, sort of like an Island of Dr. Moreau, and Pam Grier was in it, and she was like the Panther Girl. But it got me thinking that while I'm watching the movie with my grandmother, there was a bunch of trailers in the middle, and one of them was for one of my favorite women in prison movies, The Big Birdcage, also with Pam Grier. and I remember it was like the women are fighting, and this is one of the first times I ever saw this in my life. Women were fighting, and all of a sudden Pam Grier throws this girl on the ground. The woman calls her a nigger, and Pam Grier steps on her face, and she goes, "That's Miss Nigger to you."
That's fantastic, too, and you're a kid watching something like that. You feel like you're in on something so adult.
The Big Birdcage. I got to see that.
Yeah. My uncle took me to a movie called I Drink Your Blood.
Yeah.
And it was these bikers come into town and start hassling everybody. And these kids get this idea. They find a dead rabid dog and take the blood out and shoot it into these pot pies and feed it to the bikers. And the whole movie is then rabid bikers coming after people.
Kind of like
bikers
a zombie.
with rabies.
Yeah. That is actually a terrific movie.
Yeah.
I can't believe you saw that when you were a little kid.
Yeah, it was great, man. My crazy uncle took me to see it.
That movie's out of control.
I know. It's sick as a kid, man, And I loved it. I was fascinated by it.
Oh, man, that one shot when he's actually injecting the meat pie.
Yeah.
With the rabies.
Yeah, and then they're foaming at the mouth, bikers just biting people. Fantastic, man.
Exploitation films, they went away but you brought it back with this Grindhouse, that's for sure.
Well, it's one of those things where it's actually, I hadn't thought about it until like I was going my New York tour. The movie will obviously be playing on 42nd Street, and I was like, holy hell, man, we're bringing 42nd Street back to 42nd Street.
Bringing a little scum to 42nd. A little
Bring a little skank back.
We're bringing a little, pre-Giuliani, all right, with 42nd Street going on there.
It's amazing to me.
You almost thought Mayor Lindsay would be the mayor now.
It's amazing to me what you get out of actors, too. Like, when you see what Kurt Russell does in this, it's like you have this great knack of taking actors where nobody else has seen them go, and he plays Stuntman Mike.
Yeah.
What a fantastic character this is in this movie.
And the thing with Kurt Russell, he used to do roles like that, but he hasn't for so long, and you brought that wild side back.
Well,
in Kurt Russell.
Well, it's funny because some people are saying, "So is you doing this like with Kurt Russell, like you do with John Travolta?" I go, "Well, I don't know if Kurt Russell needs my help that much. I'm doing pretty good." But there is that aspect. I remember it was like, I don't know. Sometime around when he did that movie, Dreamer, that horse movie with Dakota Fanning, I'm opening up the newspaper and I see he has like a silhouette shot on Magic Hour of Kurt Russell and Dakota Fanning and a horse just running, and I'm like, okay, when is Kurt Russell going to be a badass again? I want Snake Plissken back. What's going on here? I'm McCready from The Thing. And then when I came up with the idea of Stuntman Mike and I wrote the character, then I just kind of thought of Kurt, and after I thought of him, I just couldn't put the monkey back in the box. It was like, that's the guy.
It's a great character. Great character.
Well, the movie, the whole thing ended up being, the whole Grindhouse experience ended up being kind of like this de facto tribute to John Carpenter, because Robert's movie, to me, feels like the lost John Carpenter movie in between Escape from New York and The Thing.
Yeah.
And he was even like playing like Escape from New York music, like during the shoot and everything. So he would like shoot a scene and he'd shoot a scene, then kind of do a quick cut on it, and then show the actors, and then he would score it with like an iPod to Escape from New York music.
Wow,
so it actually felt like we were on a John Carpenter set the entire time. And then in that environment, go, hey, what about Kurt Russell for Stuntman Mike?
Yeah, and we want to explain to people it's a double feature, and the two movies are drastically different.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez, Planet Terror, is a zombie slasher film with a lot of blood and guts, and the whole movie's pretty much dark. And then your movie, I noticed, most of it is in the daylight, which I thought was a nice twist. And a nice contrast to the first movie.
Yeah, well, one of the things that we did, and also we were conscious about, when they would, when like a studio or these little exploitation studios would design these double features, if they were a horror double feature, oftentimes in the 70s, they would put like a more fantastical movie, like a monster movie or a werewolf or a vampire movie, with like a movie about a guy, stalking babysitters or a guy killing nurses or something like that. So there was like a horror film and a terror film playing together. And that was what me and Robert were talking about, was like, okay, Robert's film is a horror film because it couldn't happen. My film's a terror film because it could happen.
Absolutely could happen.
My father took me to see a double feature one time in the movie, in the drive-in, and I forget what the first one was, but the second one was The Sensuous Nurse with Ursula Andress.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, but he wouldn't let me stay and watch it with him, which, thank God, that would have been creepy. You and your dad just checking for reactions.
Everybody that we've talked to about you says you just have this mind for everything as far as film goes, TV shows, music, and you can tell when you watch your movies that there are these niche little quirky things that it's like, how the hell did anyone even remember that?
Yeah, like when you look at it, you go, I forgot I ever knew that one.
Yeah. And I know, like, a lot of people say that I know a lot of stuff about, like, old television stuff, but that was because I spent time sitting in front of a TV my whole youth. Yeah. You seem more proactive, like perhaps you were doing something along with that. What was it like growing up? Because obviously it affected you the way you make films.
Well, it's funny. It's like, I just, just the way like any kid, this kid like loves football and that's all he's about, or this kid loves baseball, or this kid loves cars and he's drawing cars all the time. I was always into movies and television shows, and that's always what I was really always like about. I even remember if I did something good or something like that, and my mom was going to do something nice for me. She'd say, okay, so I could take you to Magic Mountain, or I could take you to Disneyland, or I could take you to a movie. What do you want to see? But I go, any movie I want to see? Yeah, Blazing Saddles. Because I couldn't get into Blazing Saddles by myself. And it was like, and she thought I was an idiot. But what kid chooses a movie. And by the way, I go to movies every weekend, so it's not like I don't go and see them. What kid chooses a movie over an amusement park? Well, I'll see Blazing Saddles. Yeah, let's go. Take me to see Blazing. She wouldn't see that on her own. And I always picked a movie. It's always what I was into.
Movies were a huge part. Me growing up, I remember I had a movie theater like real close to my house. And we used to walk there and see things, and you could sit there all Saturday. Oh, yeah. You'd watch the same movie. I remember, like, Kelly's Heroes would be playing. And I'd just sit there and watch it, like, 3 times.
Oh, yeah. I actually remember when my parents would take me to the movies earlier on, or, like, my stepdad would take me to the movies by himself with me, and we'd go in there, and I'd, like, think, oh, you mean... the adults could just sit here, and just watch. Man, when I grow up and I go, I'm going to watch the movie 5 times. Especially if it was like something that was really, really cool, like It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Oh, yeah, that was a great movie.
I want to see that 3 times while I'm here.
Yeah. Have you seen every movie?
I've seen a lot of them.
Like, here's maybe a weird question. What's a movie you've never seen that people would be surprised that you've never seen?
Oh, gosh, that's a good question.
I mean, you go obscure, obviously, but maybe something that people would be like, Quentin hasn't seen Star Wars or something like that.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Leonard Part 6, all right.
I didn't see the last of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, no kidding.
Return of the King. But there's actually a really good reason. A friend of mine from when I was doing Kill Bill, a friend of mine I met in China, she came out to America, and we saw the Two Towers movie together. And she'd read all the books, like a couple of times. So when I watched the Two Towers, I enjoyed it so much more than I did the first one, because she was always kind of whispering in my ear, and like, well, and this thing, and the tree people, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so when the Return of the King came, I was like, I kind of want to see it with her. I don't want to see it.
Right.
And actually, I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, but I saw her like last week. I go, I've been holding off seeing Return of the King to see it with you. She goes, okay, but we got to see the extended version. I go, okay, I'm down. But that's one that I hadn't seen.
Yeah, that would be I would figure you would have seen that one.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that you will credit people who you feel you've been influenced by. Like, you turned me on to John Woo.
Oh, yeah.
And the Shining stuff he did, which was like The Killer. And
Better Tomorrow 2.
What was the one where he slid down the banister doing the double, the Chow Yun Fat to slide down the banister?
Oh, yeah, that's that's Better Tomorrow 2, I think, yeah.
No, it's Hard Boiled. Yeah.
In stereo we did Hard Boiled.
Yeah, it was kind of cute. Promo. I would definitely, he credits people with that. All those double gunshots and the guys pointing at each other. It was just really great.
Well, Hard Boiled has that one moment where Chow Yun Fat gets covered with flour, and then he just puts the gun right at the guy's face, and bam, he shoots him off screen, and then blood.
Nice.
His white face.
Hey, what about movie night? Can you talk about that a little bit? I've been reading about you for the last couple of weeks, and movie night at your house is supposedly just unbelievable.
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty much
and will you invite us? Next time we're in L.A.
Hey, you guys were in L.A., but I'd be happy to. That would be cool.
All right, I think we'd lose our minds if we were invited to that.
He has no idea that we mean it, and all of a sudden him and his friends will be there, and it's our stupid pathetic face at the door.
We'll have a 6-pack of beer.
Hey,
hi, we're here.
You sound like the perfect patron.
Well, what is movie night all about? Because that's where the Grindhouse thing kind of...
Yeah, it really was, actually.
Came from.
Somewhere like around 96 or so, I started collecting film prints. It was... in fact, it was funny. It's like just shows my movie junkiness. All right, like if you throw the trajectory, videotapes. Okay, that's pot. All right, Laserdisc and DVDs. Okay, whoa, that's cocaine. But when you start collecting prints, that's heroin. Stuff's going right in your veins. So I started collecting prints, and I collect prints, all kinds of different prints. But also, I do have a fondness for exploitation movies and grindhouse films, so I've been collecting those. And then I'll invite people over. I am like a frustrated theater manager. The way other people invite people over and make them dinner. No, I invite you over and show you a movie. Try to give you a good night that way. And so what I'll do is I'll come up with a double feature. Usually they're 2 movies that they go well together. They can be like-minded or not, or in the same genre or not. And but there's something that makes them work together, like a good evening. And then I have a whole bunch of trailers. So I handpick the trailers. I take them the order that they're going to go in. Then usually they have some link with the double feature as far as genre is concerned. Like if I'm showing 2 women in prison movies, I might be women in prison trailers there, or like they might have something to do with like the different actors in the different movies, or maybe even somebody in the audience. Okay, if you guys did a movie and I had a trailer for it, I'd stick that in there if you guys were over. And so that's this kind of whole little perfect little screening thing. And so Robert, I've been doing that for Robert for like 10 years now. Not only that, I've been going to Austin for about 10 years, and I do a little film festival. All right, it's like we're on the 7th one now. And literally, we're like, I bring 30 films, and they're all double features, and show them and pick all the trailers. And so when we came up with the idea of Grindhouse, Robert goes, this is going to be a night at your house, Quentin, but except we're doing it on a massive level, so we could like show you 3,000 people in one weekend, or 3,000 theaters in one weekend.
Here's a question I have for you too. What about Natural Born Killers did you not like that Oliver Stone did with it? Because you wrote that, right?
Yeah. Well, basically, that he rewrote my script. That's first, foremost, and kind of you can stop right there.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big problem.
I mean, my whole thing about it is, like, I know people, screenwriters in Hollywood, they rewrite them all the time, and that happens all the time. Not to me. So the minute it happened, I was like, you know what? I ain't going to play this game. He didn't have a right to do it. I would rather he stole it.
Right.
I'd rather he stole what he won from it just so my name wouldn't be associated with it.
Was there a part of it that you hated that he did? Like the most?
Well, okay, there's one part. Okay, I've never sat down and watched the movie from beginning to end. All right, I went to the theaters once to see it, and then the scene that I'm going to say was so bad that I had to leave. Since then, I've seen little bits of it on cable or something. But it was that horrible sitcom, I Love Mallory, with Rodney Dangerfield. And the way it was is I created these characters, and it kept a lot of my stuff. Basically, the funny stuff is still in the movie is my stuff. But the thing is, I had top position on screenplay, and I would have got lots of money because that's where you get all the big royalties and all that stuff. For fear anybody would think I wrote that crap, I said, take my name off the screenplay, all right? I'll get story by because I came up with the name of Mickey and Mallory. I gave up money for integrity because I just didn't want anyone to think I wrote that.
You didn't see, I like that scene. You didn't like that scene?
I hated that scene. But here's the deal about that, though. All right? It's not that, if you don't like that, if you like that movie, you're an idiot. A lot of people like that movie. I'll tell you one time that I started feeling better about it. Because I didn't like it for a long time. Me and Oliver have made up, though. I walked through an elevator. Elevator opens up. Johnny Cash is in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God, Johnny Cash. So I walk in and go, oh, hey, you're Quentin Tarantino, aren't you? I go, yes, I am. Well, me and June, we really like your movies a lot. Oh, wow, that's really great. Well, I've been a fan of yours forever. And we really like that Natural Born Killers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you took the compliment that day.
That went a long way, I got to say. All right. That went a long way to, healing wounds.
Why don't you just remake the movie in your vision?
You know what? It's really funny. I actually thought about that about 3 years ago because I actually published my screen. Oliver Stone was actually kind of nice about even the fact we were fighting. He allowed me to, because he kind of had control over it. He allowed me to actually publish my original screenplay, so it's out there. You can get my original screenplay, and it is very, very different. I thought about that about 3 years ago, and I might still do that one of these days, but kind of moving forward.
Yeah,
I would really have to run out of ideas for a while.
Who would you have cast, though? Or did you think that the casting was done well? Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis? Would you have cast?
No, I didn't like the casting of Woody Harrelson at all, actually, at the time. All right. Actually, since then, we've even been feuding about it. I'm not feuding, but he doesn't like me, and I don't, because he knows I don't like him. But actually, since then, it's actually been pretty good in some movies. I thought in Ed TV, he was really funny. But other than that, though, I wouldn't cast him in that at all. But Juliette Lewis, I thought, was terrific. Yeah. She actually is the closest to just her performance. Her vibe was the closest to any vibe that I had in my script was in her performance.
I thought that captured Rodney. One thing I liked about the sitcom scene, I thought it captured the real Rodney Dangerfield. Maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. We don't see him being fun and stuff and easy money, but then that creepy lecherous. I'm like, I bet you that's more what he was like. I thought you...
Well, that's one thing about it, actually, that I do. As much as I hate that scene, that probably is closer to the real Rodney.
I saw you in From Dusk Till Dawn, and I'm like, I'll bet you that is closer to Tarantino than any other movie. Is that psychopath character?
Well, I can go there.
You know what? A lot of people also talk about how you do take some actors out of obscurity and put them in there. And one that I think is, I'm amazed we hadn't seen more of this guy until you put him in movies. We remember him as Then Came Bronson.
Michael Parks, the man.
Michael Parks does such a good job in Kill Bill. It's amazing. And playing two characters.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know he was the guy at
the
first.
Pimp.
The pimp. He does a great accent in that, and just his acting is really good. Where the hell did you get the idea of plucking him out of wherever he was? What was he doing?
Well, you know, Michael Parks has always been one of my favorite actors. I mean, nobody was as cool as Bronson.
Oh, Bronson ruled.
He's the man.
Pack on the back of his bike going over that bridge.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man.
No, it's like, I mean, God, if I was making movies back then, Michael Parks would have been the stars of them, all right? He was the man. And so I've always wanted to work with him for a long, long time. And the thing is funny is the character he plays in Dusk Till Dawn, and the character he plays in Kill, it's the same guy. It's Texas Ranger Earl McGraw. And so I finally we finally cast him in me and Robert in Dusk Till Dawn, and that was the first time I'd worked with him. And it was funny because I write for Michael Parks now because most of my writing is supposed to be done fairly fast. It kind of has a His Girl Friday kind of pattern to it, except for when Michael Parks talks. And then it's always this really slow and laconic, really stretched
He'll kind of look off and look around, and then the rest of the line will come out.
And he always adds these little witticisms. I'm going to get higher in the Georgia pine. I'll tell you like the Lord told John. That stuff's great. Mike, put it in there. So that was the first time, and then I put him in Kill Bill, playing the same guy. But I had one of these really interesting things that happened. To me, it's a very important day when you get together and you have a script reading with your cast, where everyone shows up and you sit around a table and you read the script for the first time with all the actors there. Now, invariably, there's always a few actors that can't make it. Now, that's okay, but in my movies, if you don't make it, somebody else did, and I'm going to notice it. And so I'm going to give your part to somebody else to read. And you know what? If I fall in love with them, you're out and they're in because they were there and you weren't.
Christ. Show up at Quentin's reading.
Yeah,
no kidding. How do you not?
I know. How do you?
I'm busy.
That's
else do you
part
have
of my
to
point.
do?
All right.
What else do you have to do?
You're obviously a brilliant dialogue writer. I mean, brilliant dialogue writer. Is there any piece of dialogue you can grab, or one section that you go that is something that I want to be on my head? One of the best things you've ever written dialogue wise?
Yeah, I would actually say. Oh yeah, I think hands down. Actually, I think especially as far as my monologues are concerned. I mean, as far as the who's on first kind of back and forth thing. That's up to y'all to say, yeah, this was my favorite. That was my favorite. But as far as my monologues are concerned, I think it's the Dennis Hopper monologue in True Romance, the Sicilians.
Oh my
Where
God!
does
Yeah,
come from?
Stop.
That's the one. That's the one to beat. That's the one I know I haven't surpassed yet. But you know, I'm writing a World War II kind of Dirty Dozen spaghetti western kind of thing, and I finally I got this one Nazi, and he gives a monologue, and it was the first time. You know what? This is as good as that. I think I finally matched it. I don't know if I've topped it, but I think I finally matched it. But that's the one I'm writing now.
How great was Dennis Hopper's hand in that scene when he was just turning his hand left and right? Hold the rag.
That is good. Oh, but what I was thinking about Michael Parks though was the thing that he was there playing Earl McGraw, and the guy that I had cast as the Mexican pimp didn't show up. So I said, okay, Michael, why don't you take it? And then he turned around and did it so great. And my whole thing was one, he just blew us all away. And then I was like, you know what? I've always said that Michael Parks is one of my favorite actors. I mean, really, in the top. I've always said he's as good as Dustin Hoffman. He's as good as Pacino. But you know what? Let me put my money where my mouth is, because you cast Dustin Hoffman to play Willie Loman, then you're going to also pay to have him turn, makeup-wise, and have him, be a whole other person, look like an old guy. You cast Al Pacino to be this far-out dude, then you're going to pay the money to get the wig and all this stuff and create him to let him be that way. No one's ever done that for Michael Parks before. He's always had to just kind of be Michael Parks. So I go, well, let me spend the money. Let's get the right wig and the right this and the right that. Let's turn him into this old Mexican guy, because he would be fantastic in it. And really, it's one of the best performances I've ever in any of my movies.
It's amazing. Yeah. He's not Michael Parks.
It's one damn scene, but it actually is one of the best pieces of acting in any of my movies.
Yeah. does an amazing job. I also have to ask you, because you're here, all kinds of things I couldn't find on the internet about this. The Vega Brothers. There was this rumor that you were going to put out the movie The Vega Brothers about Michael Madsen and John Travolta's characters in some way, shape, or form. How it would be done is, beyond me, but is there any truth to that?
Well, I gotta say, it's looking unlikely now.
Yeah.
All right.
They were supposed to be brothers?
Yeah.
I never connected that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we never say it.
Right.
Yeah,
They both have the same last name. One's Vincent, one's Vic.
Could tell they were probably raised by the same people.
And I actually even had a title for it. It was called Double V Vega.
Double V Vega.
And it actually would have taken place during the time that Vincent was in Amsterdam, when he was running one of Marcellus's clubs in Amsterdam, and Vic goes to visit him. When Vic would be Michael Madsen, and we're all a little older now.
Yeah,
so, and since they both died, it would have to be a prequel. Then I actually came up with a way I could have done it, even with them being older and dead. And I'll be revealing it right now for the first time, because I probably won't do it.
Okay.
They all had older brothers, and I would have that both of their brothers got together because of the two guys died, and they wanted revenge or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But then now they're still too old for that.
My girlfriend even pointed out that your violence never seems violent. Like, you have this great way of not being offensive with violence. Like, you put comedy and violence together. Like, Madsen is going to set a guy on fire, and it's chilling and it's awful, and he's singing into a severed ear, and it's hilarious. He's talking to a severed ear. It's amazing how you mix comedy and violence and both work.
Well, it's kind of that's kind of actually. I think if you boil down everything I'm trying to do, that if you get it down to the final pearl that's left in the clam, it would be I'm going to make you laugh at stuff that's not funny. At the end of the day, that's the pearl that what I'm trying to do at the end of the day. And so I'm also, and it's kind of almost what Grindhouse is all about, is they're trying to orchestrate the audience. So it's like laugh, stop laughing. Stop laughing, stop laughing. Now you're really not laughing? Laugh now. All right. And then when you feel that in the audience, it's like you're a conductor.
There's a scene in Reservoir Dogs that I think is brilliant, and it's not like a very well-known scene, one of the scenes that people quote or something, but it brings the horror of what's going on with Michael Madsen and Nash inside the funeral home. When he walks out to get the gas, it's just this horror going on inside. And he opens the door, it's bright, you hear children playing, birds tweeting, and it brings the reality of it right to you, because you could be standing out there, you could be playing ball or just walking in a park, and yards away from you the ultimate nightmare is going on. And I thought that was amazing. It just brought it made it so real.
Thank you very much. Actually, that is one of my very favorite things about the movie, is actually that one part of that shot when because it's unbroken for a while,
right? Yeah.
And he just walks outside and it's like, whoa! You don't even realize how claustrophobic you'd become in there, and then it is like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, it was like a Dorothy coming out of the house, and all it's color. It's like in color again.
There even is, and it was actually recorded in a park. There actually is, if you listen really closely, you can tell that there's like a father teaching two little kids how to play catch. You hear him like, 2 hands, honey, 2 hands.
It's just such a great, beautiful outside moment, and just the ultimate horror going on.
And I like the fact that you hear the music and then it's off for that whole time.
Right, yeah.
And then Susie opens her,
comes back and you're like, oh no.
Video from hell.
It's like I was out of it for a minute. Oh no, I'm back.
Is there anything that you would redo if you could redo it, like that you look back on and you go, I wish I had written that the way I first thought of it, or I wish I had shot that the way I want? Like, is there anything you look back on and you're like, I wish I had done that different?
Nothing in a kind of way. The only thing is, I had one really, really cool little section in Kill Bill that I dropped out because I was like, the damn thing was just going to be too long anyway. If I had known I was going to split it in half, I could have put it in the first half. Live and learn. But it was kind of a cool character. It was the fact that Orin, the character that Lucy Liu played. She's the queen of the Yakuza. One of her, she had just hired this guy who was actually probably Michael Madsen might have even played him, head of her security. And one of the things is he doesn't wear the Lone Ranger mask. He doesn't wear the Kato mask. He has a mask on a stick, like from Marie Antoinette or something. And he's like, well, how come you wear that rubber band F's up my head? But the whole thing is okay, she fights the crazy 88, fights them all, fights Go-Go, kills her. Only ones left is this guy. His name is Mr. Barrel. Mr. Barrel and Oren. And the bride and Mr. Barrel have already met once, in this club, and they had this little flirting thing, and so the thing is now he's gonna have to fight her, and she's like, look, I'm telling you, don't fight me. She ain't worth it. Quit. This is what you should do right now is quit. And so they start talking a little bit back and forth as opposed to fighting. They're talking. They're discussing it now. And Oren's like, you idiot. Kill her. And it's like, you idiots. The bride is like, oh, she didn't just say that. Oh, she called you an idiot in front of me? And you're going to fight for her? And, it's like, you know what? You're right. I quit. It just walks out. And they, exchange a phone number or something like that.
Hey, we got to either take a break or can you hang around? What's your schedule?
I'm cool.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah.
All right, because we want to talk about Grindhouse a little bit. The phones are going nuts. The obvious question everyone wants to ask is, what's in the briefcase?
Jesus. Yeah, keep asking.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
For 12 years, I'm going to break down to this morning.
Yeah,
it's going to be today.
This is really cool. We got Quentin Tarantino in studio. Grindhouse opens Friday. We'll talk about the movie a little more after the break. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We're talking to possibly best guest ever, Quentin Tarantino in studio.
Oh, shucks.
Grindhouse opens this Friday. Jimmy and I went last night. He's bringing the double feature back. And during the commercial, he gave us some inside info, and I'm just blown away. I promise I wouldn't say anything, though.
Yeah, we have to keep it radio-free.
I had to find something. But maybe down the road, we'll talk about that.
There was a car scene that was shot so well that my palms were sweating watching it. It was really uncomfortable to watch this car scene, and you got to go see it.
Yeah, he directs the second movie. So.
Yeah. We were talking about old movies, too, that kind of inspire you. Vanishing Point, one of them. I thought that movie was... I just watched it recently, and what a blast from the past. And I love how there was that girl naked on the motorcycle for apparently no reason.
For no reason at all.
Just a nude girl.
Can I jump in for a second? Yeah. That's exactly what I told Anthony when I came in, and I just ranting and raving about Grindhouse. I'm like, know what he did? And I forgot all about it. I'm sitting in the theater, and all of a sudden there's just a girl topless.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I used to love that about the movies. Every movie had that one girl topless for no reason, but the PC police took that out of movies, and you brought it back with Grindhouse. All of a sudden I'm like, yeah, cool. She's naked. It doesn't mean anything in the storyline, but you know what?
But
that's
hey,
awesome.
Who cares? It's cool.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. As a guy, it's just awesome. You don't need any storyline for her to be naked.
Well, one of the things that was so great about Grindhouse movies is they really existed outside of Hollywood. I mean, sometimes they very much so because they were like Italian movies or Spanish movies or something. But the thing is, they might be cheap, they may be this, they might be bad. You didn't know. You pay your money, you take your chances. But you did know you had the possibility of seeing something other than that you wouldn't see in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
And some of those images really they scarred me in a good way. They're there did I even see that? Is that even possible? So that was really what we were going for. But one of the things that I have explained to Robert about Grindhouse movies is, in almost every exploitation movie, just know a lesbian scene could be just right around the corner.
Yes.
Didn't matter what genre it was, a lesbian scene could be around any corner. Didn't mean it was going to happen, but it could happen at any moment. Two chicks could just strip naked and just start making out.
And there's a little of that out of nowhere.
Hey, great,
And then actually, you know, in right at the beginning, Robert threw it in Rose McGowan's dance. You had the scene where she's licking her own tongue in the mirror. And it looks like two girls.
Quentin, can I tell you something? I know that wasn't the movie you directed, but the opening scene of this whole Grindhouse experience, I mean, guys were at the theater with dates. Thank God, like I said, my girlfriend was at school. You can hear guys like gulping and going... One of the hottest scenes to open up a movie. There was just something about that.
My girlfriend was there, and
she
looked at her and punched her in the face.
And Rose McGowan never got naked in the opening scene.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. It was so erotic, and it just kicked off the whole experience nicely, man.
Well, you know, it was one of those things where people have been asking us, was there a reason why, like, Robert started it and mine ended it? Mine ended the movie. And, you know, it just always kind of fell in that way. But in particular, the part of the reason was because his movie starts with that scene. Well, that's a great way to just start the night off. There you go. We're starting the night off with a bang. And then mine ends with a car chase. So that's the way to end it, man.
Absolutely.
So it was a perfect ending and the perfect beginning.
Greatest car crash scene to date you filmed.
Oh, hey, that's a big problem, man.
In Death Proof. I mean, right? The car crash. I mean, you think car crash. No, he takes it to a whole new level, and that's all I'll say. A whole new level with
tire on face, always good. I couldn't get off. I was so happy. I just wanted to stop the movie and freeze.
Tire on face is just always a bummer.
You cannot lose with a tire on the face.
I have to say, I think you celebrate the car crash in your movie.
Yeah, it's like, it's right on the car crash porno shelf. All right?
I want to speak in broad strokes here, but you pretty much celebrate the car crash.
Pretty much.
It was a deep throat of car crash.
Right. In case you didn't see it the first time, I give you 4 other chances to show it to you.
And the movie ends with a nice twist. I'll say that much.
You know what's also cool? The different genres. Obviously, you were raised not on one genre of movie. The Asian movies. With Kill Bill, a lot of people were a little suspect of that at first. They're like, what the hell is Quentin doing? You know, where's another Pulp Fiction? You know, and then you came out with that. Originally, I was a little thrown by that, and now Kill Bill, both of them are like on my top movie list. I love it. It took a couple of times of watching it, and now whenever it's on, boom. It's like, it's like there are a few movies that fall into that category. Alien, you know, things like that. Where if it's on, I gotta watch it. That's one of them. You talking about doing a war movie? Now that's a completely new genre that people don't know you for. Any challenges? Anything? What type of Quentin personality is injected into this?
Well, it's like all my movies are like very, you know, even though I'm working inside a genre, all my movies are very, very personal. So it's going to be a Quentin movie, all right? It started off sort of like a you know, like my version of The Dirty Dozen, not a remake, but just, you know, a bunch of guys on a mission. Those 60s war movies, bunch of guys on some suicide mission. The psycho, the rapist, the this, the that, you know, the sergeant.
Those movies were great, too. They would take all afternoon on a Sunday with the commercials.
Kowalski!
Yeah, exactly. It would be a 4 or 5 hour movie on TV on a Sunday, but you didn't mind.
Then you had the actors to do it. I mean, just think, when they did the Dirty Dozen, without even trying hard, they threw a rock on a tree and Jim Brown falls out. John Cassavetes falls out. Charles Bronson's hanging there. He falls out. Richard Jacob. We're not even talking about Lee Marvin. You don't even get to Lee Marvin. Bronson, you know, Brown, my God. So it's like, you know, those had the guys.
Yep.
So, but what it's become, as I've been writing it more and more and more, is, you know, it's kind of big, sprawling epic. It's become my spaghetti western, but with World War II iconography, which makes sense because that's the one time in the 20th century that, you know, really was a no man's land, especially if you're in Nazi-occupied territory. And so the movie's called Inglourious Bastards, but it has a subtitle, and the subtitle, to bring the spaghetti western, you know, aspect of it to the fore, Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France.
God damn.
You're nuts, man. I love it.
And it's I was talking about the subtleties before that I love in your movie, and another scene, and this was in Pulp Fiction. After that whole goddamn coffee scene at your house, the character that you played, when the wolf just tips his cup to you. Goddamn brilliant. It's so subtle. And that coffee scene was such a big scene. And he just acknowledges it with the little nod and the tip of the cup like, this is good. Goddamn brilliant, man.
Yeah, so it was an interesting character, too. Like, the wolf was such an interesting character. This guy who all these murderers respect, who's going to clean up this mess, is this polite cornball who likes a good cup of joe and makes little jokes with the gal.
Exactly. It's those subtleties, man, that just make it gold, man.
Actually, one of my favorite little moments in there is, like, you have to watch it a bunch of times to catch it. Is when the wolf is on the phone when they're calling him about going and cleaning up the mess. Seems to be at a cocktail party at 7 in the morning.
Right.
That's all good. Which I got. One of these days I got to be cool enough to have a cocktail party at 7 in the morning.
Wear a tux. Still looks great.
And he's like, they're like, they're like, okay, so here's what happened. This has happened. This happened. So he's just making a note. All right, just writing down the big high points. So he's like, Jules, black. Vincent, white. One body. No head.
No head. His little notepad.
The fact that you had Marcellus Wallace be raped with a ball in his mouth and somehow pull it off that he was going to win. That's the amazing part, was that not only was he brutally raped, but then he gets the line, I'm going to get medieval.
Right.
Comes back and he wins. It was really amazing, these character things you do.
Yeah, actually, get evil on my ass. That's my show me the money. that's my little catchphrase, I think.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, that's the one that kind of
That's a good one to have, though. Yeah.
And kind of Bruce Willis's character was... You didn't quite see that Bruce Willis until Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And then he kind of was doing that character a little more. Before that, it was more of the, jokey, smirking kind of...
like Hudson Hawk,
right.
kind of guy.
That, and from what I've read, you kind of told him, I don't want to see any smirking smiles. I don't want to see that Bruce Willis.
No, but it's actually, it is kind of funny. Bruce really, that really showed him off in a whole different light, even though it actually doesn't, he's not that different than he was from his action movies, but he kind of just acted more like a cool 50s actor.
Right.
To me, he reminded me of Aldo Ray, an old actor I always loved. And Bruce Willis actually is one of the few actors who's a star that I could imagine being a star in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him as a Glenn Ford, kind of star. And but yeah, after he did Pulp Fiction, he actually really took that ball and kind of ran with it. Then started doing other movies with other directors he admired and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been really proud of his career.
And I'm not going to ask you the obvious question, which I think is the hack Pulp Fiction question. What's in this case? What's the gold thing in the case? Just leave it alone. Let it sit. Read the internet to figure it out. What I want to know is, did Bruce Willis's character key Vince's car?
Oh, yes, and that's very good on your part.
Okay, all right.
That's very good reading between the lines.
Good,
yes.
Good, all right. I figured that because he was pissed at him.
Yeah.
Punchy.
Right.
That whole exchange is just great. And he kind of looks at him and you know he had to get back at him.
Yeah, to me, like the subtext going on there is you have the two stars of the movie, and they can't share a frame together.
Yeah.
They just, the minute that they actually share the same frame together, they get mad at each other. It's like two Elvises can't meet, or else the world stops.
Yep. Brilliant, man.
And Samuel Jackson, the speech he put, it's amazing how many things that you do that just all of a sudden are a part of pop culture, man. I mean, that's probably the most famous thing he's done on film, is that character, is that speech you had made.
When did you know that film was going to be as huge as it became?
Well,
because it was so much different than anything else that came out.
Well, it's actually funny because I didn't have a whole lot of perspective on it for the simple fact that it's like, I made it, we showed it to a couple of audiences, I showed it to some friends, but we were rushing to get it done in time for the Cannes Film Festival. And we only, finished it, okay, here's a print, we've got it done, okay, I got a print we can show, about 7 days before the festival started. So it's not like I made it and had, was, kind of leisurely about it. No, we had just done it. And then I go to France, and I go see it at the Cannes Film Festival, really for the first time since we were done, and then we win the Palme d'Or. And so then I'm on the whirlwind tour on it. So it was like
Amazing.
really.
I just finished this.
Yeah,
damn
it
thing.
really did. And so but winning the Palme d'Or helped the movie out so much because. It could have been debated. It could have been this. It could have been that. But that and the whole violent issue, that just stopped it all. I mean, we won the best prize you can win in cinema.
And people were questioning the casting with John Travolta because people, it's like, oh, the Look Who's Talking, baby talking movie guy is going to be in this. And you took him, and obviously you do have, like Jimmy said before, this talent of bringing stuff out of actors that no one has seen before or expects. It's amazing.
It's a vision because that's taking a massive chance on your little baby,
Well, it's funny. It's just like I'm just a good caster, all right. Most of the.
But who would know John Travolta? That's what I'm trying to say. I mean that you got it out of him.
Well, but I remember. I remember more than just Vinnie Barbarino. I always thought he was fantastic. One of my favorite movies is the Brian De Palma movie Blowout. I love Blowout.
Yeah, right
He's
on.
fantastic in Blowout. I love him in that. So it's like, if he did that, he can do this.
Nancy Allen, right?
Yes, exactly.
Remember after Dress to Kill, how sexy she was before stupid Michael Caine tried to attack her and she blocked the whole thing? Really, a lovely girl.
Michael Caine ruins a perfectly good strip scene.
I can't tell you. Growing up on cable, I would always watch certain scenes. You know what I mean? And to get to get ready to go, and that was one of them. And there was a strip scene in Stir Crazy where there was a little ass wiggle.
Was there also another? This is just finally getting my curiosities taken care of. A little self-serving, but that scene, John Travolta, Uma Thurman sitting there, and she's describing how every episode of her failed TV series would end with her telling a joke.
Yes.
Was that an homage to Welcome Back, Kotter, where Gabe Kaplan at the end would tell his wife a joke every time? Every time I watched that, I was like, see, I think he might have thrown that in as a little homage.
No, I didn't do that on purpose, but that completely works.
It does.
That completely works. No, to me, that was just like the kind of gimmicky thing that a female secret agent show would have.
It was every episode of Welcome Back.
Yeah, but you're right. John never thought about that. I can't wait to tell that to him.
You should lie from now on. That was a brilliant question.
Hey, I'm sad to say we got to get him out of here. Quentin,
man,
best guest ever, man. This has been a lot of
so
fun.
Much fun. I'm sorry that I'm getting the vaudeville hook.
I'm thinking we might become friends now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anytime you're in New York, please. Anytime you got free reign here.
Oh, you got it, man. You got
Love to have you back.
Let's give Grindhouse the big plug. So it's a double feature. What do you want to say about it, Quentin?
Oh man. Well, the thing about it is it's hard to just take the forum and just not sound like you're hyping stuff up. But the one thing I can say about Grindhouse, man, you go and you pay your money, you're going to have a night out at the movies. I mean, you're not just renting a seat, movie's over, get the hell out. You're going to know you saw something that night.
You will talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a great movie, and man, thanks for coming in. You were fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Love it.
Grindhouse premieres Friday, and
our audience, for the most part, will love this movie. I mean, I know that's like just saying, but we know our audience that they're going to love.
They're degenerates and they're psychopaths.
Well, and that means they're my audience.
They're all Stuntman Mike.
They're our audience.
Picture Stuntman Mike, but 300 pounds with a worse mullet.
The Opie and Anthony audience must be at this theater. Well, yeah. But we love them. We love them. Yeah. Grindhouse opens this Friday. Quentin, this has been beyond a pleasure. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll continue. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning. Roland just walked in and said Quentin Tarantino is a half hour late for his next interview.
How great is that?
He really was having a great time with the show today.
That was a genuinely fun guy to talk to.
Man, what a blast.
Guy.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he's a nut. He's a true kook.
Love him.
Brilliant guy.
And that's a compliment, by the way. We like the nutty ones.
Dude,
he is all about movies.
Anybody that wrote that Hopper scene, and you forget that he wrote that, it's like, that's not coming from a place of a healthy life. that moment between those two is just, you have to have something wrong with you to write that. It was so great.
So goddamn creative.
Man, we could go home now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's be honest.
What do you want?
What do you want? Dumb dyke gym teacher stories.
Oh, Henry Winkler, I won.
Oh my God! Come on!
I won Fonzie.
Fonzie.
Tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow.
You are a.
How long the clip is it?
CTs.
It's not even that. You want to like rush through the Henry Winkler 1984 child molestation PSA?
Oh, and you had to say the whole title so we all know what it's about.
How about we give a preview?
Hey.
In honor of Grindhouse, we'll give a preview.
A preview.
A little preview of that.
Give us a little.
By the way, by this time next week, I want you all to understand they have to make the movie called Thanksgiving. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You see the movie, you'll understand Thanksgiving must be made.
Was I the only one that was hoping that Quentin saw a little something in me for his next feature?
Oh, jeez.
Were you the only one? This is what I said to him. And this is why he should have open-handed slapped me in the face. We were talking off.
I was giving him profiles. I was giving him different twinkles in the eye. I was giving him my mean look, my happy look.
We were talking off air in between commercial breaks, and I was talking about that scene with Walken and Hopper. And I was talking about how great Walken was because he was laughing through most of it. Like, you'd think you have to play it angry and tough. Walken was smiling and engaging. And I'm like, you know that rope they say with actors where you have to have that tight rope in between them? I was trying to use, like, actor talk. Believe me, he should have cup slapped my face. Because he recognized me from Lucky Louie when he came in. He goes, "You were the pot dealer on that." You didn't know the name. He's that show on HBO. You were the pot dealer, and I'm like, "Yeah." But then again, he didn't offer me anything, so I'm like, "All right, well, maybe not impressed, but I mean, still a nice fella nonetheless." But a lot of people have said I should do some work with Tarantino. I mean, that's just whatever.
Well, of course,
I've heard that.
Well, I walk into the green room.
Who shouldn't?
I walk in the green room. He says that he's a fan of our show. And he starts rattling bits off and talks about the replay that XM does. We have our own channel over there.
What bit did he mention when he came in here? What was that?
Boardroom Jimmy. He loved Boardroom Jimmy.
No, I don't think it was that one.
Psycho Opie. He loved the Psycho Opie
No, I don't think it was that one.
It was Frank the Frowner. He laughed. Frank the Frowner.
I believe
he loves the meanness that I show when I'm jumping on cakes of homeless people.
I believe Quentin Tarantino brought up the Family Feud.
No.
Yes, I think it was the Louis Anderson.
Not maybe in passing, but we had a whole thing going on about my participation in the Opie and Anthony show in the green room.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, he goes, "What does the other guy do?" And then you said he does Family Feud. He goes, "I'll mention that because he wanted it to be balanced."
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's exactly what happened, you know.
You guys suck.
And Quentin, between you and I carry him, but he would like to hear a compliment today.
When he said Anthony's
selling each other out,
I wanted to hock a loogie on Anthony from here. I was jealous and annoyed, but I wanted to take credit for it.
But then he said you were the. He did. I don't think it made the air. He said you're the drug dealer from Lucky Louie.
No, I just said that. He said that to me in the drug.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right?
Yeah, but I wanted to take credit for that damn bit. So.
Oh, I know. The second he mentioned the Louis Anderson Family Feud bit, I knew Jimmy was going to jump on and say thank you. Yeah, I thought that up or something. So I instantly broke into a little bit of it.
And I knew I couldn't.
So Jimmy couldn't steal it from me.
Do? My father. I probably could have pulled up my father.
Used to beat me with whiskey bottles. Well, we would all try those.
You guys suck. What? Everyone with their knives out, ready to just thrust it into each other's backs.
But at least we're all acknowledging it. I saw that we were all doing a little play with him. Just like maybe this is it. Maybe this is where I get to recognize.
That's what I was. I'm like,
next
hey,
big thing in Hollywood.
I grew up with a lot of TV and movies.
That was your angle.
I wanted to relate to him in that way.
We all had different angles, and I was like,
I was brought up the same way. I know a lot about TV.
Also, I was dramatically looking out the window, giving him a profile.
I'm bringing up obscure things about one of his most popular movies that he didn't even know.
By the way, Stephen S. from Bayshore, you hear how fast we're talking right now? We're just
gushing.
Oh,
girls.
We're gushing like
girls.
Bitches.
This is why we do radio. It's so much freaking fun.
Like bitches.
Stephen from Bayshore, hey, maybe Quentin can cast you in his next Marshmallow scene. Dude, I would drop my pants and do that scene tomorrow for him.
He's probably looking at you like a C. Thomas Howell, blonde-haired, good-looking.
C. Thomas Howell.
Oh, yeah, and I'm talking about John Woo films, and he's a good to bad fan, too, man. I wish we would have talked to him about that. He's a freak for that.
By the way, we're getting a communique from Philly. The best thing about him going along is he was going to Preston Steve after you. Beat that!
You'll have to do a quick phoner.
Yeah, a little phoner.
Yeah, give him a quick hello.
That'll be cute. A little 5-minute phoner.
Come to Grindhouse real quick and then, hang up with them. They're going to, He was a fun guest, man.
Guy hung out for, an hour?
And he was a half hour with other stuff.
An hour with Quentin.
I was having a good time.
Yeah.
I like that.
The minute I met him in the dressing room, or green room, you knew he was going to be a cool guest because he just talks. Like, he's a very cool, engaging, guy, man. You knew he was going to be a fun guy to talk to.
Everyone's like, Jesus, how does he taste?
If you were in here, you'd be doing the same thing.
We don't pretend to be big shots.
Yeah.
We're 3 nothings.
Yeah.
What are you, above gushing over a guy that's made like a few of my favorite movies of all time?
He wrote True Romance. He wrote
Come on.
Reservoir Dogs and directed it in Pulp Fiction, you silly geese.
Let's go to Jack in Chicago. A lot of calls coming in from Chicago now that we're live. What's up,
I like
Jack?
that.
Oh, hey, thanks for being live in Chicago. And I wanted to tell you guys, you just delivered the best radio gold Chicago's had in a long, long time.
Ah.
Thank you, sir. Maybe you should tell a friend and tell him to start listening to this program, huh?
Hey, my wife called and said, listen to this other station because they were talking wife and husband bullshit crap. I said, turn on Quentin Tarantino on 105.9, baby.
WCKJ in Chicago.
Right. So thank you.
Hey, how did Gary Meyer do yesterday?
Gary Meyer was great. He actually thanked you guys right at the beginning of the show. Said thanks
cool.
to O&A for the nice intro at the beginning of their show.
Right on.
Cool.
Yeah, they brought back Gary. That's beyond cool. All right, Jack, thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, let's go to Larry on Long Island. Larry, what's up?
Larry!
What's going on?
Larry!
Just want to say that the last 2 weeks you guys have had unbelievable radio shows, and the guests have just been phenomenal. Kurt Russell, Quentin Tarantino, you guys are the best. Love you, love the show. Jimmy, I'd like to get you in a room and pull down your pants.
That's possible. If you're going to be in Miami this weekend, feel free. You and the other 14 people in the room can rate me.
Come on.
Where are you playing in Miami?
Where are you?
Miami Improv.
Coconut Grove, right?
Yes, it's going to be a full house
Yeah.
if they do the shows in the kitchen or the men's room.
I think I went there.
Did you?
I went there once in Coconut Grove, the Improv.
Yeah?
Yeah. No one like Jimmy was there, though.
I'm going to get my thing signed today with Black Sabbath. I'm so happy.
Oh, you are? You're still on your whirlwind tour with Sabbath?
Yeah, they're signing at Best Buy. I want to plug it again because the mics didn't work. I felt bad.
Yeah.
They're signing today at Best Buy in Midtown, which I think is 43rd and 5th. And Black Sabbath, the Dio Years comes out, so go check them out. They are the nicest guys.
By the way, I want to thank Free FM for making sure the mics worked for the interview today.
Yes, thank God we had a mic yesterday. I was going to kill myself.
No kidding.
As Iommi is trying to talk, and there was no microphone.
I was beyond. I didn't want to blow up Jimmy's spot. I was beyond beside myself. I didn't even talk about this over at the other joint. Walked down the hall after that disaster. It was a disaster because the mics weren't working and stuff, and you still pulled it off, Jimmy. Nothing against you.
Oh, it was
right in front of Tom Chiusano. I kicked the door so hard. I went lefty too, man. Southpaw. I thought it broke my toe. The rest of the day, my toe was killing me.
It was embarrassing because, I mean, they know stuff happens. I mean, musicians understand technical crap happens. But when you have Tony Iommi wanting to lean in and talk, I mean, when you look at him and Geezer, they invented heavy metal for real. And I'm not even being a fan. They created it. And it's like when the guy can't talk, it's like...
And they gave up. They gave up talking. I didn't want to talk. It was just...
That was really...
So we came back strong today. That's what I'm trying to tell the new listeners.
Thank God Dio's mic was working.
Yeah, he was great, but it was just frustrating that the rest of the guys couldn't.
Rainbow in the dark! Ronnie James Dio's great.
He held the door for everybody. And
I know.
You dirty interns. He held the door for the interns. I wanted to go, do you understand?
Oh, my God.
You know what? When you're that short, you should be holding the door
He is
for
a little
everybody.
fella.
Oh, he's a tiny little guy.
He's just a
little fella.
But boy, does he belt out a tune.
Rainbow in the dark!
No, he's a...
Just in case he's listening, maybe he's starting a band. Look, we all want to get off the radio, let's be honest. We had our shot today with Quentin. We'll see what happens when he gets back to L.A. Something might click with him.
There you
Get the
go.
phone call.
He hung out and talked to you about music after. I mean, some guys are just great guys.
Yeah.
Man. Like, they're not caught up in themselves. It's nice.
You know we got to try to do movie night next time we're in L.A.
Oh, and I love that.
Just because I know we'll be denied, and then it'll be a great story for Monday.
Oh, yeah, guys. Well...
Yeah,
I'm really full tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. My friend Godfrey is a comic, and he met Tarantino in the street, and they were talking, and he told him, I'm at the Comedy Cellar tonight. This is a while ago. He goes, come on by. Tarantino said, all right, and he came by.
Oh, that's cool.
So he was...
Wow.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that, of course I did.
We've seen it before, there's something about being in the studio. We're helping them out, obviously, so we all play these roles, and then you go to the premiere, or you happen to see them at an after party somewhere, and they're like, they don't even remember talking to you.
What if he hears this on a replay?
He'll feel guilty and remember us.
I'm just thinking...
You're trying to guilt him into it?
No, I'm thinking...
I'd rather compliment him into it.
I'm thinking that he's the real deal, that's all. I'm saying he's not like all the other guys we've met.
That's what I say.
All right, let's go to Zimmer in Vegas. Zimmer, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Howdy.
Hey, pleasure to talk to you there.
Good evening.
First off, I was trying to figure out, is there anything going on before the show besides the press conference?
Before the first show?
The Vegas virus.
You know, there's some tickets still available for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour in Vegas, April 14th. It's we're less than 2 weeks away, folks.
I'll tell you why, and this is the way Vegas is. Sometimes I would notice this when I worked with Dice out there, because he would always sell out. A lot of times they sell out day of. Because people who are going to buy the tickets are not there yet.
They're very happy with the ticket sales. It's, you can get your tickets through Ticketmaster. We got 8 or 9 comedians, all the guys you know and love from this show. And we're doing a press conference by the pool, Saturday afternoon?
Yep.
We invite all the pests to join us by the pool. We're doing a press conference to announce all the other tour dates and the comedians and the venues
By the
and all that.
pool?
By the pool at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. We're playing at the Joint April 14th.
Hard Rock is great, man. I used to do a gig out there at this place called Beecher's Madhouse. So, I would suggest definitely coming out, man.
Yeah, Zimmer, because we care too much. Oh, my God.
Why don't you talk?
I'm going to finally answer your question. Because we care too much about this radio show, we're flying in and flying out. We're doing Friday's show, and then we're flying out to Vegas. We're doing the comedy thing on Saturday, and then we're flying out Sunday. So we're not going to have a lot of time to do much. But we will be hanging out at the pool for the press conference Saturday afternoon. Then we'll do the show. Then we'll hang out after the show, and then we'll fly back to New York. So that's the deal.
That's hesitant about getting tickets, let me tell you, some of the pests out west of the Little Recon, there's not a bad seat in the house.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, so don't even worry about that.
No, we're not really worried about it. It's going to be a sold-out show. It's just, like Jimmy said, people will get them day of, I guess.
Yeah, that's the way Vegas is.
But if you want to be guaranteed a seat, I'd get it ahead of time. All the info's up on opieandanthony.com. Thank you, sir.
All right, guys, take it easy.
By the way, that guy's an Uber fan because he waited an hour and a half just to ask that question. Wow. Rob, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey there, Rob.
Yo, O&A, you guys, man, you're great. You have brought me back to radio because I tell you, I've been listening to my iPod for a friggin' year since you left. I just have a quick comment about
you know what?
And a question.
Okay. I'm really fast about the iPod. You tell your friends to put the iPod down and listen to our show.
Yeah, the iPod you can listen to anytime.
Yeah, anytime you can freaking download your music and make your own radio station.
You punks.
Yeah, the point was there was nothing worth listening to on the radio until you guys came back.
Well, we got to get the word out a little more.
Where you calling from?
Thank you, sir.
Staten Island in New York.
Cool. We don't know much about Staten Island, I got to say.
Yeah.
On the Tarantino interview, I got to give you guys kudos because, people have been going on to that case since the movie came out. And it's not what's in the case. When you guys say, you got to look back to the 50s, when Roth looks in that case, when Travolta looks in that case, you get the look on their face like from the Maltese Falcon when, Humphrey Bogart said, it's the stuff that dreams are made of.
Yeah. Exactly.
And my second question is, I only caught the tail end of the interview. There were rumors going around that Quentin Tarantino was going to do a prequel and involve the Vega brothers, Vince and...
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, he did answer that.
Yeah, he said a little too much time has gone by, and everybody's a little older, and...
Basically, he said Travolta's fat now, and it's impossible to do. He didn't want to say that, but that's what I picked up.
Hey, well, you guys are the best, man. You keep up the good work, and the guests are just awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Job role.
Apparently, Travolta's trying to figure out how to make domed cities because of global warming
in
our environment. So he's trying... you think I'm kidding?
No, I think that'd be cool as hell, to be honest.
Guy's out of his mind. He said something about domed cities, and we have to look to other planets.
That he's right about. Domed cities, he should shut his face, because that's what his head looks like without the wig. But how about...
well, this is... No.
God, I hope Quentin wasn't listening.
Oh, I sure
If Quentin was listening right now...
Crash. He would appreciate that.
I just want to make sure that, Quentin, that was Jim Norton. Jim Norton with that bomb.
I bet you he'll enjoy that, and he'll probably say those two guys didn't get it, because he's seen Travolta on all stages. Guys like Quentin and myself are in the know.
Travolta has a 707 parked at his house that he flies. Yep. He's got a number of other jets that he flies, and he's kind of talking about global warming and how we should do certain things. Yeah, I don't know.
He flies for Travolta flies, I believe, for Qantas.
Qantas as like it's
a pilot.
Yeah, but it's kind of like an ambassador for Qantas. It's not like you're gonna, be flying to Australia and here.
How you doing? It's your pilot. Hey, what's going on?
He's doing this for Quentin.
And that cigarette?
Wait, so what is he? He's in the cockpit, right?
Yeah, but he flies an old Qantas 707. It's still got the Qantas logo on it, and he does like goodwill stuff. And he's kind of an ambassador for Qantas. He's not like you won't fly to Australia on Qantas and have John Travolta as your pilot.
You know?
do that to keep your rating, by the way.
Oh, to keep your jet rating. Yeah, he's got to fly a lot. He's got to put a lot of time in.
But wait, he has his 707 is not a Qantas. That's his.
It is.
He pulls up to his house.
He bought it from Qantas. It's an old Qantas one. It's got the Qantas logo on it and everything like that, and he actually flies it around. It's parked at his goddamn house.
Yeah.
He walks out of his house. There's a little overhang. And he steps right on the plane. It's got a taxiway to his personal runway that could handle a 707.
Isn't that amazing?
I wonder if that's to have, I'm just guessing, maybe there's certain friends you want to bring on the plane that you don't want anyone seeing. What a way to do it.
Are you accusing him of certain things?
Absolutely not.
I'm accusing him of being a little bit nutty when he's saying we ought to look to other planets and domed cities.
Why? My friend Michio Kaku says that we have to start colonizing other planets.
Let me tell you something Ron Bennington said yesterday. Ronnie from the Ron and Fez show. He goes, look at Mars. And look at Earth. He goes, I think we got a better shot of fixing this place. This is a little better of a fixer-upper than maybe Mars is. He goes, have you seen that place? I was
got to start from scratch.
He goes, yeah, there's nothing there. You got to start from scratch.
That's a great point.
Yeah, but
where are we going? Because what planet are we going to go to that's a better starting point than this?
Well, I guess you guys aren't going to get your preview. Sorry.
God damn it.
By the way, let me acknowledge some dope on instant feedback. Hit your toe, Opie. I hope Fez holds you down and sucks jelly out of your girlish you-know-what. Like this guy thinks I was trying to be cool by saying I kicked a door really hard and hurt my toe. I know that sounds stupid, but that's what happened. We try to keep it within reality on our show. Yeah, it would have been more manly to punch the door and break my hand. I understand that. But what actually happened was I kicked the door really hard and really effed up my toe.
Aw.
But the guy thinks he has something on me. Like, I don't think it's kind of faggy and not manly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. I'm going to play some music for you. We're flying at like 35,000 feet. Now you're a... I can't do that line.
Like he's going to be flying the plane.
Look.
Comes strutting. I could see him with this plane strutting down the aisle, making sure the passengers are okay.
Look, Ant, he's not listening right now.
No?
Nah.
Damn it.
He might be. He might listen.
Nah, he's on to his next interview, I'm telling you.
But here's the thing. QT has XM.
QT.
And that's what we call him on the set. And he's going to have, he will listen to himself, because why wouldn't you listen to yourself talk for an hour on the radio? I would listen to myself.
I'd listen.
You know, because he I'm sure he will. So, Jim Norton, been acting for a long time. And I'm good.
Apparently he knew you were acting and didn't feel
yeah, but he was intimidated.
Needed to talk to you about.
I'll never get this guy. Please, you think I didn't see the fear in his eyes? Did I give myself away when I was going, but Quentin, we have to do it!
Mr. Faversham.
Now, Brian from St. Louis, calm down. Opie, he was only joking. He sent it about 20 times.
Oh.
All right,
that's all I have to say.
If he was joking, he was joking. Then I apologize. I want to make sure Quentin knows that I'm a good guy. I'm a real good guy, and I got model looks. I was almost a model, Quentin. Maybe that'll help. And you want to try to push for a part?
Nah, I'm done.
The funny thing is, he'll go for you because you're not groveling.
I'm not groveling. Hey, guys, I'm easy to work with. Look at these prima donnas.
Yeah. Hey, we had a great time today, man.
Yep.
Tell your friends, Opie and Anthony, reinventing themselves every single day.
And we'll see you over at the potty mouth portion of the program.
Yeah, we're going over to XM, and
it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
was some version.
Is this working? All right. It didn't work at first. What was that about?
It didn't. My goodness.
Yes, that was Brother Joe doing Ecstasy of Gold.
Yeah. Brother Joe's version. Bravo, sir.
Thank you.
Very
Been
good.
waiting a while for that.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's been waiting. Where's Joe's version? We've been asking people if they musically inclined to send in versions. We got a few. Got a few good ones.
Here's the last three instant feedbacks. From Anthony, the Alabama trucker. Cool. I like that version of the intro song. Someone from their cell phone. Joe gets it. Another cell phone. Bro Jew. I was still listening to that Fonzie bit. That was hilarious. Bro Joe rules. My mic is fucked up.
Mine sounds weird, too.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
Is something wrong?
It just sounds a little different. It's sounding a little better now.
It sounds out of phase.
Something.
What's happened? Something does sound a little bit weird. It sounds crisper, yet not quite as full.
Does it? Something does sound a little weird.
What's weird?
I don't know.
The way you're talking?
No.
Oh, shit, you're right.
No, the mic does sound a little
That's just
odd.
the way I was talking.
It sounds like I'm underwater.
How do you guys talk with the headphones both on? I can't.
La, 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 la. Hold on.
All right,
La,
better?
la, la, la.
Boy, Joe from Massachusetts. Why is it that you guys will attack any shitbag that badmouths you, like Mancow, yet the one guy that you should hate the most, Bill Donahue, comes on and you kiss his ass? You've bashed your own company for bowing to special interest groups, so what the fuck?
I'll tell you, Bill Donahue, we talked to, we expressed what we didn't like about him, and we had a conversation with the guy. We brought him on here because he was bashing someone one day, and I said to Ben, as a goof, get him on the phone. He'll never come on. Ben's like, right, dude! But all of a sudden, we got Donahue on the phone. We were going to trash him, and we found him to be fairly genuine on the phone. Going, yeah, no, look, there was a lot of pressure. There was all this stuff in the paper. What do you want me to do? And it was like, my problem was really not with Donahue as much as it was with the company, because he's doing what a guy who heads the Catholic League is going to do. He hears his people ass fucking in the biggest church in the country. He's going to object. The company never should have caved in.
Shouldn't have caved into him.
That was the problem. And then he was genuine, and we kind of had a weird, good relationship. And when we went back to terrestrial radio, he wished us well on a big press release by the Catholic League, which really helped.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that, so he's been cool about everything. He helped us get back on terrestrial.
We've said it so many times. The guy, we don't agree with the guy on a lot of what he stands for. Believe me, we don't agree with it. But the guy comes on our show, and he's honest about what he feels. Sometimes I think he's a lunatic, but whatever. So if there's any religious problems in the news, we go to him.
And we told him how we felt about the whole damn thing, and then it turned around, and he became our biggest ally. Like you guys said, I just want to state this again. Going back to regular radio, there were a lot of people in that world that were beyond scared. The advertisers were scared. They were going to do we'll see what happens type of thing. And when that press release came out from Bill Donahue, he helped us more than anyone else could have.
Yeah. And this is a guy that I swear to you, when we first got fired, I fucking hated him. He was my target. He was the reason we were off the air, and I couldn't stand him. So for him to turn us around like that, believe me, I think we know a little more about the situation than you, sir.
And we said to him, I can't believe we like you. You even said, I can't believe I like you. We didn't want to like him.
It bugged the crap out of me.
But the bottom line is he admitted that he had never technically heard the broadcast. Here's the people I think should be shot. Certain people who worked for Infinity, who were cowards and didn't like the show anyway, and the media who got it wrong.
Got it all wrong, made it sound 80 billion times worse than it was. Donahue, I didn't like the fact that Donahue didn't hear the show. His staff probably did through the media, which blew it out of proportion, and then made threats against the company, and the company bowed under instead of sticking by
and
us.
You know what? We needed a break.
Yeah, we needed 2 years off.
We were on a runaway train, and something just awful was about to happen. We needed to just step aside for a little while.
We could have been that We for a We show.
Right.
Believe me, we were ready to kill a listener.
We needed to just kind of put it to bed for a while. That was our red period.
Yeah.
Now we're into we're more than our. I was going to make a Pablo Picasso reference, but
blue period.
But we're not blue.
He would have objected anyway.
Jimmy's blue period.
He might not have heard the broadcast, but he didn't give a fuck about FCC. it wasn't an FCC violation, technically correct. He would have known that was on the list. People went in there, somehow tied into fucking in the ass. He was correct. I mean, regardless of what didn't happen, they were sent there still talking about fucking in the ass. He would have objected anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the FCC for him.
No, it was. It's his thing is to kind of jump in when the Catholic Church is being violated. He said, "Are you going to keep your sunglasses
I'm
on?"
my sunglasses on like Tom Likas. We violated the Catholic League. Douchebag.
Want to get
playing poker?
Yeah,
Get a wig.
And as far as the confrontation yesterday with the artist, that artist will be thanking Bill Donahue. Now everyone knows that artist's name. He even said it, I think, during the interview that he's gotten worldwide attention thanks to Bill Donahue.
Thanks, Bill.
It was the best thing that could have happened to that guy.
And Bill was just screaming that he wanted to go out and have a drink.
Yeah, how could he not like that? That he's a raging alcoholic.
He's just a drunk Irish.
I think.
But he does actually, like, when we were talking about Lucky Louie, I didn't realize he had all those quotes. He admitted that he had not made the quotes. And then when me and Louie was going after him more than I was. We said a couple of things, and he was like, all right, that's a valid point. All right, you make a good point. I mean, he's not beyond reason, but he's the head of the Catholic League, and he's a lot easier to talk to than anybody else involved with Catholicism on that level, as far as I'm concerned.
I'll tell you one thing, he's a lot easier to talk to than anyone else from any other organization we've had a problem with. And we've had a problem with quite a few.
That's true.
And he's one of the easiest guys to talk, to get to, have on the show.
And there's something about us, we respect the people that will confront us.
Yeah.
Like, people make fun of the Whoopi Goldberg thing. We had so much respect for her that she heard the reputation that we had, and it didn't matter to her, and she walked through that door out of nowhere and surprised us, said, all right, what the fuck are you guys talking about with me?
And she was fun.
What's your problem with her? And that's what I when I read comments about the Whoopi thing, I laugh at some of these people because we still confronted her to her face and said, you are cool, you're very cool for being here, and we think you're funny, but I openly said your show sucks.
Your show
to her
sucks.
face. But then it gets twisted on the message boards and stuff. People said, oh, they backed down when she showed up and everything. No, we really didn't. We still said her show sucked.
And she said it wasn't for us anyway.
We love the fact that she came in.
The problem with
broke our balls. And you know what? It was fun. We could have been cunts and wrecked her while she was sitting there. But for what? It was fun that she came in. It was ballsy. She's a comic. That's the way she should have handled it. And how do you not like her for that?
Some people just expect you, like everyone that comes on the show that isn't involved in the show, we should punch in the mouth and all laugh, and they would be satisfied and go, yeah, that's it.
I think the hardcore listeners really respect the fact that we show our weak side from time to time.
Yeah,
I really do.
not?
There's a lot of radio guys out there that can't do no wrong ever. Really? Is that how it is to be a human being?
Both phony.
But we think Mancow's a douche. And
I'm not a douche.
And Dice, because they had an opportunity to face us. And they're the ones that started these whatever. Confrontations. Thank you. We didn't even start the confrontation with Dice. Out of nowhere, he started hating us. Mancow always hated us because he was jealous of our career and how it was taking off. So finally, they have an opportunity, instead of babbling on TV shows or in print, to face us.
Yeah.
Man to man, and they back out. I don't have any respect for that.
Can I tell you?
But I respect Bill Donahue. That my point was just to bring it around. We respected the fact that he got on the phone with us and discussed it.
Somebody said that Dice was bashing me and you guys, all of us, on Love Lines. I don't know if it's true. That's why I didn't.
Oh, that's real brave.
I don't know. I don't know if it's true.
Bashed me to my face.
I don't know if it's true.
Get the tape.
Hey, they don't fuck good. It's Love Lines. So if you're in this relationship, but I don't know how to ask for ass sex, can you help me? What about that Opie and Anthony? And Jimmy, what a turncoat.
He's bashing
Jimmy.
You've pretty much stayed out of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
So how is he bashing you?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Like hearing second and third hand information from cronies and yes men.
If he is, whatever. I mean, I'll live. I just, no big deal. I'm right now distracted because I'm looking at white superior people. Naming HIV, they shouldn't name HIV patients, and this is what she says, because poor people might not report it if they thought their name was going to be reported. It's a fucking white woman with a ponytail. Nice of you to think for poor people. I guess the poor little savages, once again, need to be looked after.
Well, there's a poor person
people.
running from the police.
Exactly.
Into a house.
Well,
wow.
Jesus.
How did he fall off the roof like
Oh,
that?
that's fantastic.
Out the window.
Oh, man,
no.
today's video of the day.
That was a hostage.
What,
Nice.
Hostage jumped out of the window?
Yeah, I guess the bad guy went through the front door. The hostage jumped out the second floor window, rolled down the roof, and hit the sidewalk.
Damn, was that Bruce Willis?
That was a nice move.
Nothing?
That guy
And
looks...
then, it's a white guy. Damn it.
I don't like it.
You know what? Crazy white guy. It did fit the MO.
Hey, you'd never know about white or black, though, if you want to... the Daily News, this distracted me while you were doing your gym teacher bit, which is why it was to snap a thief. The guy looks like Todd Lynn. He's a black guy with a hat. He stole someone's BlackBerry or whatever, but they had another phone, so they snapped this picture. And here's the description. The suspect pictured was described as about 5'9", between 140 and 166. They avoid saying black because they have the suspect pictured and he's black, which is an acceptable thing except for the fact that when it was fucking Fat Nick in the paper, everyone knew he was white and everyone knew the guy was black because both of their pictures were there, and they still had to reiterate that he was white and the victim was black.
Yeah,
so
always.
They're fucking phony liberals in the media. Once again, I say that. They're phony liberals in the media. So if they say, well, that's just because the picture is there, you don't need the racial description.
Stop. I've read
Why'd you put it for Fat Nick?
I've read in the paper, too, where they give a description, and it just gives height, maybe weight, what he was wearing.
And no picture.
And no picture, and no description of race. Race is the easiest way to give a description of somebody so you can eliminate 90% of the people.
Absolutely.
Right. All right, what color is he?
Let's say hi to Nick the trucker. Nick.
Hey, O&A and little Jimmy.
Good evening.
Hey, Nick. How are you today?
Pretty good, man. I just, how y'all are talking about your weak side, y'all really don't have a weak side. I think it shows a level of maturity when you can have on your show that might have done something in the past to you, but you can understand their point and give them a valid platform to discuss it out and really, get on with building a new relationship with that person.
You know what's weird about the Bill Donahue thing, too? He was obviously the guy that pretty much got us fired with all the pressure that he brought on. And the other side of it, he made us bigger than we ever would have been by just doing our radio show day after day. You know, it's like a love-hate. We hated him because he took away what we loved doing for over 2 years. But then when we came back, we had such exposure, such attention. People knew our names.
Yeah,
because of that incident.
Everyone knew we were coming back. Because
so it's kind of a weird
the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a weird place to be.
It's a weird juxtaposition of emotion.
Kind of like the artist. I was thinking when we had that conversation with the artist yesterday, because I'm like, man, the artist is kind of pissed off because he really wanted to show this thing. He believes in this thing. Obviously, he went after something that would get him attention.
Yeah.
But Opie, you are definitely.
Why don't you
Opie, you're my favorite. My phone's dying on me, man. So, great show.
Finally get someone that likes me.
Thank you, Elvis. My phone's dying on me, man.
Yeah, and I got to go call the karate instructor, tell him to pull the big black dick out of my wife.
Right.
That was more not really Elvis. Get it?
It's okay.
So the guy, his exhibition's taken away, but now he's huge. I mean, look, right there on MSNBC, they're still talking about the truck with Jesus. So
Is that the guy?
I don't
Fucking
know.
Tommy Chong did it's not him. They keep covering the penis. They don't cover the planes hitting the towers, but they cover the fucking chocolate penis on Jesus.
They pixelate a chocolate dick.
Assholes. But it has like a fucking a rosy pink head too.
Do you think it's cut or uncut?
I think he's an unclipped with a
Has to
rosy
be
pink
unclipped.
dog dick color.
Know what the problem is? The guy who edits for MSNBC, just a little jealous. Like, look, the guy's bigger than me. I gotta pixelate this thing.
But he licks it.
It's uncut, and he just threw a candy kiss in the tip of it to make it look like a head popping out.
Let's go to Al the trucker. Can we get a mic out there for the audience? We got a nice audience today. Al, what's up?
Al.
How you doing, Al?
Hey guys, love the show.
Thank you.
Hey, when you guys go into the joint at the Hard Rock, I know they make commemorative poker chips for special events that go on over there. I was wondering if you guys knew anything about that, or if you were going to do anything with that.
I heard rumors that the felt that's on the gaming
table
tables,
felt.
They're going to have our logo. I'm not sure if they're going to do the poker chips too, but that would be cool.
Would be
Can we
nice.
get Pete on the phone to find out?
Let's call Pete.
If we got poker chips with our logo on it, that would be cool.
Sell them on eBay.
Yeah, I have a couple from the joint. One of them was one of the UFC events that was held there, and one of them was when Sammy Hagar played there. And they're fantastic looking chips, and they would really be cool. You guys got one with your logo on it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, because according to Pete, they're really, really, really excited that we're starting our tour at their joint. So
I tell you probably saw, a boatload of them, because this is something you don't see very often. And for those of us that can't get out there for that, it'd be really nice to have something.
Sir, shut up for 1 second. I'm no disrespect, sir. I'm talking to my agent, who's the guy. Hold on, Pete. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. You're going to be on the radio.
Oh.
Pete, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. We don't have them. Why? What? They decided not to?
They told me something about it takes too long to get those set up. But I will push for them again today. We have a conference call today talking about the show, so I'll ask them again.
Okay.
Our fans want the poker chips, Pete.
Pete, tell them it's a demand. And they should have poker chips. It should say Opie and Anthony and have my face. I'm trying to be humble about it.
Pete.
Yes, I'm here.
What else you want to say about the show? Anything? Any info we need to get out there?
We'll have an announcement of another comic added by tomorrow.
Okay.
And other than that, everything seems to be going well. Nothing new to tell. We'll just got getting the press conference, everything set up.
Boring!
That was Opie yelled at, but it was for the audience. I understand we're selling like gangbusters in Miami this weekend, huh?
We're doing very well in Miami.
I'm sure we are. 14 people. Thank you, death with hair. All right, sweetie. I'll talk to you later.
You're right.
Bye.
It's going to be a tough sell down there.
I don't know why they put you there instead of a market where you're going to sell tickets.
Kenny is unbelievable.
He's awful.
Doom and gloom every morning.
Doom and gloom, Kenny.
He's fucked.
You know, I used to wake up at 4 to get ready for the show. Just kind of get my wits about me. And the doom and gloom ride from my apartment to the station got to the point where now I wake up literally 15 to 20 minutes before he picks me up, because I'll be a little groggy. I won't hear all the doom and gloom on the way.
You say like, oh, thank God we're so close to the studio. Most deadly accidents happen within a quarter mile of your home.
He did that to me. I told you one time we were doing a Pittsburgh flight, and whatever it was. I'm like, thank God we got an hour flight. I love a fast flight. He goes, yeah, but coming up, you got L.A. and Seattle 2 weeks apart. I know, I do. Thank you.
Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, he's the worst.
You've been getting his emails about Vegas?
No, who looks at them? I said every fucking email. If I put them, I had 30 emails. I don't need an FYI.
FYI. There will be a dinner in Vegas when you arrive. Parentheses, Jimmy will already be there.
You know what, I can't eat dinner? Is that my punishment because I'm there?
That's what it sounded like.
If there was a flight that day, I would go, but the guys wanted to come in early on the flight day we had, and I was happy to come in the night before. Oh, there he is.
If you order chicken at the dinner, make sure it's cooked thoroughly. People have died from raw chicken.
Hold on.
Salmonella.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get out my camera now. I'm going to do a quick photo shoot for the Chess King. Kenny is wearing a suit.
The Chess King.
The Chess King.
I want a picture like a mannequin from Wallach's.
Go ahead, smile for your Chess King
great.
photo.
Oh my God! Look at him. He looks like it's actually. Look at that. Oh, that's fucking
Jesus,
great.
That's a good one.
That's it right
You
there.
should be breaking legs over a gambling debt.
Yeah, they should have hired you for The Sopranos, man.
I agree.
You should have been one of the muscle guys.
Okay, Tony.
Yeah.
You know, those whores don't know how to keep their mouths shut.
You know, Dr. Melfi might tell people what you said.
You want for me to break her neck?
Is Kenny gloomy in the morning when he picks you up, you think?
He's, he's all right.
He's a good guy.
He takes care of me.
Cheery, good morning.
Not for nothing. How many times have you heard the not for nothing?
Not for nothing is never going to be followed with, things are good.
Not for nothing.
Not for nothing, but I thought you did well last night.
No, it's very exciting. We're doing Vegas next week. I got to make all the final preparations.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Week and a half, right?
11 days, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
About 11 days?
I got to set up the ground transportation.
I know. I got to get back to you on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out
where we're going, where we're leaving from. And
I'm going to have Kenny take me. I mean, I can't get service from a car service like I can from Kenny, so why would I just have you do it and have them pay you instead of paying the fucking car service?
Yeah.
What the fucking Henry? I'm trying to bang this gloomy chick.
Yeah, but then you got to hear the whole thing.
That is true. Some foreigner's not going to go, you know, the flight could be canceled. You could have a delay. I do impersonations.
Yeah, but Jimmy, you know, the dinner plans are for you Friday night, too. I was just, like, reiterating, like, you'll already be there.
Let me ask you, let me break this down. How does that affect their dinner plans? Like, all right, look, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Well, dude, Jim's going to be there. We do understand that, right? Okay, so I come down from the elevator, and they come down from the elevator, too, unless they're going right from the airport with their luggage. I don't...
Yeah, but no, I wanted you to, like, have your say in what, like, restaurant...
This is what he lives for. Let him.
I'm not even arguing with it. I'm only asking as to why I wouldn't have a say because I was there already. Like, would I say, like, I prefer steak? And you'd go, what the fuck do we care what you think? You're already there.
You're here already.
No, they would, like, notice you weren't on the plane with them.
Yeah, but I'll be there already. They understand why, too.
Yeah.
Like halfway through, I tell the pilot, turn around, we forgot Jimmy.
Like Macaulay Culkin.
Right.
But no, Vegas is going to be good.
What's that?
It's going to be good, Vegas.
Not quite with the same oomph as the negativity, is it?
Yeah.
Vegas is going to be good.
Vegas is going to be good.
He certainly does.
Because there's so much more excitement when he does the not for nothing. Not for nothing.
Yeah.
All happy.
Vegas is going to be good.
Oh, you know what you could work on, though?
What's that?
We were talking about the poker thing that's going to be going on in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
In Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I want a drive to Atlantic City. I don't want to have to drive myself.
Oh, no, you're getting round-trip limousine transportation.
Whoa!
I asked for a massage for you Saturday morning.
I know.
Before your busy day.
I don't even like massages. I don't like being touched by people I don't
want to go to that.
I know you don't, but
I'm not going.
According to CBS, you're all committed.
I ain't going. Could be a problem.
I know.
I'm not going either.
I know, they don't even know that.
I'm fine with going as long as I don't have to drive.
No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do. They've been made well aware that the kid will not be there.
Who, by whom?
By all of us. I mean, I'm going to be away.
Oh, boy.
I know Bob talked to them. I'm going to be gone.
Oh, boy, this is going to be trouble.
I'll tell you 3 reasons.
Oh.
I'm filming my HBO special. It looks like 2 weeks after that.
How exciting is that?
Well, we haven't announced anything yet. You know, you could bomb. But I am not giving up a weekend of performing and working on the hour 2 weeks before
I don't blame
circumstances. Even if HBO fucking had a hepatitis in the vents and the shoot got canceled, I wouldn't go because Sabbath is at PNC that Saturday.
Oh.
And I'm not playing a bunch of shit dick cards while fucking someone is singing Neon Nights an hour up the street.
Wow.
Not happening. And third, they never asked me. They never asked me.
That seems like the most important part.
Thanks, one guy, for picking up on Opie's acting hint. Fucking the rest of these dullers.
No, he was just getting a hand job and cane. That's what that sounded like.
That was a load bubbling over the knuckles of another gentleman. Warm. The way tapioca is when you just squeeze it a little.
We got No Filter Paul out there, by the way. When are you gonna do the live shot with the diaper on? We're all waiting for that one.
We had a chance the other day with that
the other day.
But we didn't get the tip early enough. So.
You're gonna go for it though. You're gonna get into a live shot with just a diaper on, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's gonna be a really good story that matches the thing too.
How about a WOW sticker on your chest?
Either that or Opie and Anthony in like Sharpie marker or something.
Or Opie and Anthony if you want to. Yeah, okay, but I'd say a WOW sticker. Yeah, you're right. Opie and Anthony's better.
Yeah,
Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Let me warn you now. Paul's going to be in Vegas.
All right.
Oh,
Paul.
yeah?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Show's cancelled.
No. Where's everybody going?
Can we have Kenny squeeze you to see if that head does get bigger?
Yeah.
I don't know where Tits was going.
Huh?
I was wondering where Tits was going, but she's just signing some stuff.
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah. Why don't we?
Mike is on out there.
Oh.
Why don't we break him?
Well, where's the food coming, or you didn't go yet?
No, the food I delegated to someone.
Oh boy!
Why don't we break when the food comes so we can eat on the break?
I normally have my smoothie by now when the responsibility is not delegated.
Kenny is working overtime and doing the job of 2 people.
Kenny is busy.
Now I'm going to get probably a bright pink, overly strawberried smoothie.
I told him 2 strawberries.
I like it banana-y.
I know.
Not strawberry-y.
I know. I told him.
The word is strawberry.
Strawberry.
I like when you say, where's Matt from? Queens something?
Queens, yeah.
No, Queens.
Queensberry.
That's how I like it, too. I like the pause. Queensberry. That's not what you like. I do.
Queensbury.
I don't like that. I like Queens.
Queensbury.
Queensbury.
All right.
My girlfriend hates that. It drives when I go.
It drives her up a wall.
It's just something about when I go. Would you like some blueberries? Blueberries. And I stole it from you and Elmo. Blueberries.
I stole it from Elmo.
And he stole it from some rich person, because that's how rich people talk. I guarantee he got that. That's a rich person's. That's what he's goofing. I'm telling you, he heard something. It's from Arthur. Remember when he goes, the blueberries and the croissants? That's how rich British people say it.
Oh, when he brought.
I wonder if he did get it from that.
Maybe not Arthur, but that's the way rich people say it.
Yeah.
I don't wish to put it on
with blueberries.
Hey, laxatives involved with this assault on the media? Is that what you're getting at, No Filter Paul?
No.
No. We were going to hit that story in Long Island with the laxative with the school.
Yeah.
We got the tip like too late. We couldn't get there in time.
Yeah.
But that
would have been a good one.
Hell no.
Can somebody point out that he looks like a turtle in a John Edwards wig?
We're just trying to figure out the head.
He's a turtle.
You've been around way too long. What's up with the small head? Not enough oxygen when you're in the womb? Something's going on.
Too much food since then.
He's got a big body.
Oh, you think if you lost the weight, your head would be normal size?
I don't think my head would change
You're like,
size.
Someone came up with this term on our show. You're skinny fat.
Patrice.
Was it Patrice?
Well, Patrice has been saying that for years.
Yeah, you're skinny fat. You're not a fat guy, but you're skinny fat.
Like if you walk by, no one would go, "Oh fuck, look at that fatso," you know. But if you look at you long enough, you realize you're skinny fat.
Look at that big fat gut. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Hey, I got Cliff in Florida. Cliff, what's up?
Hey, $5,000 that you won in the football pool. I was wondering if you'd give it to me. I really could use it. Right?
Hey, Travis, you get your $5,000? We're still waiting for our $5,000 from the dumb football pool.
Wow, that's a good question. We supposed to.
And the season ended what? Super Bowl mid-December it ends?
Yeah.
So we're 3 months.
Where's our money?
Jimmy needed his pretzels
Opie
open.
wants to throw money out of a helicopter. Where is the money?
Well, no, Aunt and I got something we're scheming to do.
Clap? Oh.
Right?
Okay,
right.
What? I don't know what we wanted to say yet.
Can you tell me later?
Nothing. Thank you.
During pillow talk?
Oh, you seem very... You're like, you will.
Johnny, what's the matter?
Okay?
I don't know. Look at the color of that, Anthony. I'm getting a little nervous.
Wow, that looks like there's a lot of green in it.
It
wasn't the normal guy making it.
Oh boy, don't even.
What are the
is
ingredients?
that?
It's supposed to be 2 strawberries.
Jeez, it's like a
Hello.
Bukkake video.
1 banana, a banana protein, and skim milk.
Hey,
hold on a minute, bro. Hold on.
But the guy
We're
added
studying Aunt's smoothie. Much more important than your phone call.
What did he add?
He added a half a banana because he couldn't get the cup quite full.
Oh, so it's more banana than
Taste
usual.
it. Please throw it at him if you don't like it.
No, it's wow.
And spinach.
What's in it?
It's just very banana-y. It's like a liquid banana.
Oh, cool. See, that's the worst part. I like a fucking solid banana. What good is food if you can't put it in your asshole for a few minutes? Am I right or wrong? Words of wisdom, Lloyd. Words of wisdom. Oh, food here. Oh.
Hey, Cliff.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was wondering if you give me that $5,000. I just in this truck all the damn time, and I want to get a motorcycle. I got like $2,000 saved up, but I pay child support. You know,
he wants money.
Wine and song and dance.
I don't listen to that type of talk.
Attaboy, tough luck.
I even hang up on my own family when they call to ask for money.
Same call.
You know, Paul's got a big announcement.
Does he? Hold on, I got to get through this. So the $5,000, Aunt and I got a thing. We're gonna do a thing. Can we at least tease it? You think?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I know what it is. There's no rules in our everyday lives.
Yep.
So this might be something that lives on the internet.
It's a scavenger hunt. You have to bring us a Mets hat.
You know what, Jimmy?
Not only did I cough, but I bombed.
We I think we could say this much. I'm hiding the money in New York City.
Are you? That was a complete guess on my part.
Yes.
No one has told me anything.
That's why I had to say something now.
Wow. No shit.
In the very near future, when I get the stupid money, we're hiding it in New York City somewhere.
Dude, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
See, but you can't really do that type of thing on radio anymore, so this might have to live on the internet.
It's going to be on the internet.
There may be, in the very near future, a little YouTube break.com video that explains further.
Video might show up. Eventually, a few more videos might show up.
It'll be up to the pests.
Might be some things that you should, pay attention to in the videos.
Maybe some subtle hints on the old radio show.
Hints.
But that's what's going to happen with the money. I will hide it somewhere in New York City. Safely. Where only one person will know where it is in the end. Or the first person to get to it, because it might be obvious by the end.
I want to know.
Huh?
Here's my question.
No one will know.
You have to hide it because
it might already be out there.
What's
How about that,
prevent
Jimmy?
somebody?
How about that?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't want people following me around for the next 2 weeks.
What's to prevent what?
What's to prevent somebody? Not that I don't trust our guys like Travis and Danny and Than.
Not to be trusted.
But if they hide the money, what's to prevent them from telling somebody where it is?
Wow, he's calling you motherfuckers crooks.
No, I'm not, because that's what I would do.
Kenny is beyond brilliant when it comes to this stuff. He ain't going to say a word.
I know what to do.
Kenny already knows where the money is.
Yeah, I had to come up with it. Until I get reimbursed.
All right, shut up. So you're my bag man from time to time. Let's talk about that another day.
But wait, you came up with the money? Well, why?
No. There's times we need money, and Kenny's the bag man.
Yeah. No, I know how to
Let's just keep it
operate.
at that.
I know how to operate.
But I guess, that's what's going to happen. I'm hiding the money somewhere in New York City in the near future.
Where is it?
And it's something that might just have to live on the internet. But the word will get out there with the pests, and the video will be viewed. And then
we have to make
we'll
some fun videos.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it on the radio? What the fudge?
The FCC.
It's illegal.
Yeah, they don't like scavenger hunts and stuff like that anymore.
Ew, why? What a bunch of...
Because they cause panic. Wah! People run around, their arms in the air, screaming. Where is it? They rip places apart.
I love how someone's calling me a hack because I said we're hiding $5,000 in the city. Oh, well, sorry that we're doing hacking
That's
radio.
a hack.
It's
not on the radio. It won't be on the radio.
All right, if it's hacked, then I'll just put it in my bank account. What? What happened?
Oh, no. Flanagan switched off the baseball game, and I said,
I was hoping you were asking for a baseball bat so you could take a swing at No Filter Paul.
Well, I'm not going to hit his head. I don't have that kind of accuracy. Who am I, Ty Cobb?
So there you go. $5,000, maybe more, by the way, will be hidden in New York City in the very near future.
If you answer your phone with the phrase that pays.
No, none of that crap.
Fucking asshole.
None of that crap.
You know what'd be really funny? If you hit it at a bank.
Will it be hidden in St. Pat's Cathedral? No.
Now we can't hide it there.
Of course. It was a good instant feedback, though.
Yeah, the church would take it. Feels better and better every time I do it. Just having a good laugh, letting it all out.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep.
Ow. All right, we're going to let Jimmy eat. We're going to take a break. Kenny, thanks. Go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
You're a sweet
I'm
boy.
working security today. Gentlemen, I'm at jury duty.
Well, that's where you want deciding your fate.
Exactly.
There's one person that they have to sway the vote on.
I need to see the evidence again.
It sure won't be a hung jury.
Wow.
Kenny with the callback of the year. Wow, Kenny.
Kenny had confidence, justifiable confidence. He actually, you didn't see this, but he put his elbow on the counter and he primped up his shoulder and leaned in because he knew that there was a gem that could fly out. And he was right.
Kenny, take the rest of the day off. Seriously.
Thank you.
You're not earned that. You earned it. Nothing beats that today.
It's time for another Opie and Anthony Show Scream Along. The Opie and Anthony Show.
People very excited about us hiding the money in New York City, by the way. It's a go. We found a way around the rules.
Yeah, we just can't, talk about it on here once we get it rolling.
That's right, but there will be at least $5,000 hidden in New York City in the very near future. Maybe it's already out there, and maybe we're just trying to throw you off.
Isn't this kind of talking about it like we're not supposed to?
Yeah.
Well, the FCC doesn't rules that, do they?
Sure.
No.
Well, no, but there are certain rules that transcend.
Right, well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go to a movie theater and yell, fire.
Maybe.
A crowded movie house.
Maybe the money's in a movie theater.
Fire.
Well, that would be silly. Just laying on the floor.
No, you cut up the rug and then you just slide it underneath.
Or maybe we took $1 and put it in 5,000 different locations. That's up to you.
$1.
$1.
I bet a buck.
Hey, here we go.
Bet a buck.
Rumor has it. Did you bring it to our attention, Loveline, Dice? Mm-hmm. We got something here.
Somebody let me know, Opie.
No one has heard us. Listener sent it in. I have no idea. We'll just play it, and
all right.
We'll see what this is all about.
George, you're 29 on Loveline. What's happening, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I just want to talk to Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, I'm here, George.
Hey, I was wondering about your Giant Stadium show. How do you plan on selling it out? And if
Opie from the...
Oh, my God.
He has them dumping out of our name.
Shit fucking pussy.
I'm so glad everyone gets to hear this. And I already heard the next line, and honestly, it doesn't bother me. People have been trying to, use that tack for many years. Opie from the Anthony Show.
Is that what he says?
I didn't even hear what he said.
Well, because it's the same thing he did on his MySpace.
Oh, it is.
How do you plan on selling it out? And if
Opie from the Anthony Show?
Are you guys friends or not friends these days?
I'm really not talking to them, but I'd rather the story be told when I got a book that's going to come out, and it's an autobiography, so there is some stuff on them.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Now, I have a question. The whole point of Dice Undisputed is
that
Opie was on with us, by the way.
Even the guy that called in about the Opie and Anthony thing, for instance.
We're on there. We're on the station in New York, by the way.
But what I'm saying is Anthony's biggest impression is doing me.
That's
not. What he does phenomenally. You know what I mean? So, and I take that as a complete compliment, no matter how he does it. But he does it constantly because of the effect Dice has on America.
He doesn't get it.
Oh, my God.
See, when I do you, I'm making you look like a fucking asshole.
That's what he doesn't seem to get.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Dice.
That's the whole clip?
I guess, unless we have more. That's all they sent in.
My goodness.
That's not even a bashing.
Huh?
That's not even a bashing.
He's trying to keep the door open a little bit. Whatever.
Dice.
He has nothing to say about me in a book. That he better make sure it's accurate, because I have no problem suing him.
I talk about you in a book.
Sue you.
I talk about both of you.
I'll sue you.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a book and he talks about us.
It hurt me.
I changed the title, by the way. I didn't like that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you change it to?
Part 3.
How the hell do you spell that?
3 G's, an R, an L, a Z, and a happy face.
God, they're dumping out of our name, though? What's that about?
And it was broadcast on our station.
Anyone else notice that the VH1 just wanted rid of that series, by the way?
Yeah.
They had only 7 episodes. They did the first 2 the first night, and the last 2 the last night.
Wow.
That only
so
leaves only 3 episodes in between. It's done already. Done.
Over.
So
what happens about the big climax where he sells out Madison Square Garden or Giant Stadium or whatever the fuck is?
I only saw like a clip. I even gave up on the show, and I was kind of interested, without a doubt, with all the controversy that's going on. I was taking a peek, and I haven't seen the last 2 episodes yet. But there's a clip they've been showing as a preview of him getting heckled at the Hampton what is it called? Hampton Beach Casino?
Yeah, Blumenreich Books. It's Hampton Beach Casino.
And he's getting heckled really bad. And I kind of remember that time. It was our pests were getting involved. I don't know if this was one of our pests. I don't want to be, pounding my chest or anything. But the heckler's getting him really bad. That's the true story. But Kenny told me they edited it in such a way on VH1 to make it look like Dice got the upper hand. But that wasn't the case. He pretty much got booed off stage.
I'll tell you, honestly, if it's what I'm thinking of, he did shows with Artie Lang, and Artie went up first because they promoted it there, and a lot of people were there to see Artie and did 20 minutes. And then when Andrew went on, people I heard gave him a brutal.
Oh, I did hear that. Yep.
Are you nervous when we talk about Dice? Is that
not at all?
Is that why the fart?
Was that the nervousness?
Oh, I think you meant
pushed out.
I didn't fart.
Be honest.
All right.
Is it your sandwich?
Something smells.
Something reeks so bad.
Oh my God! I don't even smell it.
Joe?
God.
I smelled it before.
Dead animal.
I don't smell anything.
I always assume it's Jimmy.
No.
Default to Jim.
No.
I think I get nervous.
Please, you could just maybe toss it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dan's staying under the radar.
Nah, Dan admits it.
I'm just trying not to laugh because my laugh has become loud, so I apologize. It's very boisterous.
It's a very nice laugh.
Okay.
Let's go to Chris on Long Island. Chris, what's up?
Good morning, ladies. I just got one thing to say about Kenny's line from before.
Yes, sir.
And it's... Anthony, love your house, love your show.
Thank you.
Love your house. Yeah, that is crazy. You let listeners go to your house, man. You're a braver man than me.
I didn't let him go to my house.
I would never let listeners into my luxurious, beautiful place.
Don't let listeners in.
I'm just kidding.
Let my friends in.
By the way, the money is in Aunt's house.
Ah, good luck getting it.
Right.
With a shotgun barrel at your nose.
Under his pillow.
That's the beauty of the bit. You got to get under.
If you live, it's yours.
Under Anthony's pillow.
You got to get through the perimeter, into the house, past the alarms.
Yeah, let's go to James.
It's in his bookshelf, and it's sandwiched somewhere between Mein Kampf and the Mein Kampf Collector's Edition. I didn't know another Hitler book, so I had to figure out a way to name the same one twice.
That's the brilliance of you, Jimmy. Let's say hi to James on Long Island. James, what's up?
What's going on, boys? Love your show.
Oh, thank you.
You got it. Hey, by the way, I'm in Southampton, and I'm going to be serving people blueberries today.
Oh, really?
Cricket. No, listen, I want to say the money is either... thank you.
Huh?
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. The money is in Derek Jeter's colon.
Oh, you think the money's hidden in Derek Jeter's ass? Wow. All right, 3 strikes and you can never call the show again.
Hopefully the money's not hidden in the fucking auto body shop, or you just got it after bombing. Me too. Jesus, so you dragged me into your fucking bomb pit.
It's a big foggy freeway.
A lot of instant feedback coming in saying, oops.
There I go.
By the way, there's a lot of instant feedback coming in that is saying that it was a pest at that show.
Oh, maybe it was. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that.
And I'm thinking of a different time. And he got heckled there more than once because Blumenreich said it was awful.
The Rolling Stones recorded a song about Dice's career called
Start Me Up.
Called
Tumbling Dice.
There you go. Who said that?
Danny's dad.
What was the movie?
Hey, you get naked a lot.
Yeah.
What was the movie?
What? That's Danny's dad.
Wow, he looks just like Danny.
I can see that.
Watch. Get naked for everybody. He don't care. Get naked for everybody.
No.
Danny's not here.
That's so cool. It's old Danny.
That's what Danny's going to look
like.
Yeah.
It's like Danny from that Star Trek episode.
Yeah, that is so weird.
He looks like Danny if he stole Laverne DeFazio's father's body. Thank you, Aunt. That deserves something.
That was very funny.
Sorry nobody out there enjoyed it. I get sad when a joke bombs.
No.
Oh, fuck. I will not punish them. I will punish both of you.
But he usually admits his farts, so I don't know, Joe.
Oh, the other one? The other one was mine.
It was?
Yeah, of course.
I will punish you.
Just wanted to try to embarrass me for
I'll always come out later with it. I just didn't like the way everybody assumed it was me, so I threw a curveball.
Mikey from Philly was at that Dice show. He says it was definitely an O&A pass. VH1 made it look like they threw the heckler out, and that's not the case. There were just a bunch of people beating him up that day.
Okay. Then I stand corrected. I was just telling you what Bill Blumenreich and his giant cock and full condoms told me.
Someone...
They know this because of the condoms they have pilfered.
Hope he saw some fucking magnums.
as he was snooping through his night table.
Some magnums and a condom stretching device.
Like a fucking shoe tree.
He's got to put the condom on and open it slowly, and then the fits around his. But Bill has probably a short, fat cock. It's probably a good 4 by 9. A safe fell on his cock while he was laying in the street.
Let's go to Scott in Iowa. Scott.
Hey, love you guys, love the show.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, rhymes with snot.
And anyway, I had an idea for a title for Jimmy's book.
Hold on. Yeah, the title of my book should be "Pull Me Out of the Wreckage." Jesus, what am I fucking driving on bald tires on the ice? I'm on Lake Michigan in January. What a clumsy fella.
Well, I thought a good title would be "Pushing Out the Fear."
Ooh, pushing out the fear.
I have a title.
Pushing out the fear. You have a title.
Yes.
Enough.
Out.
And it's a title that sums everything up.
Yes.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
Anyone want to? Thank you. I was hoping one of those guys would say the line today.
It's like a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Why don't we get the entire audience to say it?
Who saw this coming?
Wrong.
Do we have a lot of catchphrases on this show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah? Not crutches, but an actual catchphrase.
All right.
Who saw this coming?
That's your crutch. I got mine. The reality is, all right, shut up.
Frunkus.
Jimmy's just farting.
What else do we have that are catchphrases?
Nice.
That's just a word.
Ramon.
That's not a catchphrase.
That's not a catchphrase.
That's more of a lifestyle.
All right, let's go to Mike. Mike, what's up?
I kill rich cunt. Goddamn rich cunt.
That's more of a religious philosophy.
You know what I'm noticing with the live studio audience?
Yeah.
We don't have to work as hard.
No.
You just play a clip and they laugh.
They laugh.
That's so easy.
Well, you know what it is. It's like your timing is cool because with an audience, it's like it is any other live performance. I don't know why I just said that because it meant nothing. I said the obvious.
But look, they're laughing. See?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't know people were laughing at that. We can kind of get a better gauge of what's funny because those are our listeners. Shut up. Point taken. You're right. That kid was right. And our funny jokes.
I'm not good.
Let's go to Mike.
Yeah, they didn't laugh at that one.
Well, because it was hurtful.
Oh,
Mike?
Sorry.
Hey there, Mike.
Hey there.
Mike.
What's going on?
By the way, I know what'll make this audience laugh. Niggers. Oh my God. Laugh and march. All right. Hey there, Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
Hey there. Hey guys, love you the show.
Good evening.
Thank you.
I have an Amish midget sighting for you guys.
Was it in a schoolhouse 6 months ago? It wasn't a midget, sir.
No, actually, this was a real one.
Didn't we hear about a midget Amish person recently?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe this is the same guy.
I just saw him walk out of the grocery store. It was hilarious, carrying 2 bags of ice, and they were dragging on the ground.
Ew.
So did the bag rip and then the ice go flying all over the parking lot?
I don't know. I just...
Did he get into a pony and buggy?
I was just going to say that a goddamn Shetland pony and a wagon.
I don't know. I didn't see his ride.
Did you not see his ride?
How could you make an Amish midget boring? Congratulations.
Yeah, you stink.
That's a gift.
Amish fucking midget.
All right. My bad, guys. Sorry.
Meanwhile, back at the show...
So you got a title for the book. That's really cool.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go. I don't know what it's. I feel good about it.
All right, we got your story of the day. Creepy story of the day. Yeah.
Well, I love when we go to the CDs.
Mm-hmm.
That means fun is coming.
Oh, I think you meant cross-dressers. I'm like, yeah.
No.
Nothing?
They don't cruise Craigslist. To them, it was just, they don't understand.
They thought it was really just CDs.
Cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She indicated on the internet that she was a prostitute.
But far worse than selling her own body, this Taylor woman is accused of making her 7-year-old daughter available for sex.
She was prepared for pornographic photos and anything else that was available if the price was right.
Wayne County Sheriff deputies arrested the mother outside a hotel near Metro Airport. They say she brought her daughter a bag full of sex toys and different outfits for her little girl to change into. Investigators tell Action News the mother thought she was coming to the hotel to meet a man she had chatted with online about photographing her daughter while she was being molested. Thankfully, that man was really an undercover deputy.
Hot.
Thankfully.
Cock blocker he was.
Was he on the job, or
Yeah.
was he the guy going for it?
Wow.
Maybe he was the guy going for it, and then we went, oh, crap, no, I got to arrest him.
She must have needed drugs, or she should just be shot.
No shit.
Like, why would you even put her on? Just shoot her.
Fancy talk for a whore.
Shouldn't talk to a child like that.
Liar whore, you know it.
Horrible.
7 years old, man.
It's just a kid.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm going to ask you.
Don't be so mean.
What were the outfits? I'd love to know. Probably unsexy.
Oh, it has to
a
be.
Little cowboy with a football helmet, and a fucking like a football player. That uniform.
It indicated very clearly that child would do whatever it was that the person that was going to meet the child wanted to do, and that she would see that the child complied.
And the sheriff says she wanted to sell pictures of her little girl to collectors of child porn. Today, the mother was arraigned on multiple charges, including child sexually abusive activity and soliciting. And to protect the innocent lives of the children, the sheriff is not even identifying their mother. The little girl and her 4 siblings have been placed in protective custody. The question now is what kind of harm and abuse may the children have already endured.
And I got a comment from the guy when the sheriffs broke in.
What are you doing in my house? That's terrible. I'm sorry.
You trying to have sex with a 7-year-old girl?
No.
Oh, okay. You look angry. Grr.
Chester's liver from Whackbag. I'm guessing these news reporters never heard of Take Your Daughter to Work Day.
The woman was a prostitute?
Sex with a 7-year-old?
Why not?
Oh.
What noise did he make after he put honey on the little vagina?
Grr. Grr.
Wait, what did he say anything to the mother and the little girl when the police showed up at the front door?
No, nothing's wrong. Just stay in the living room. I'll handle it. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
My vagina.
Wow, old school. All right.
Yeah.
All right, with that, we're going to take a little break ski.
All righty.
Break ski.
Huh? Another one.
Yeah. Sometimes we take a lot of breaks.
It's only 10 after 10. I want to go home. Jeez. No, I have to write my books due tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the day.
For the final copy.
Your book report.
I got to go over it.
When is it coming out?
I don't know.
Oh.
Wednesday.
The National Board of Health and Lucky Fella brand suppositories bring you Your Body and You, hosted by famed sexual behavior expert Professor Jim Norton.
I'm a perv and I'm weird, but I'm straightforward.
Professor Norton outlines his very hands-on approach to sexual education.
Wait till your kids are sleeping and just lay over one of them. They won't know.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
For example, the art of foreplay.
The first thing I do is go to the bathroom and take one of those 8 decibel shits.
Oral sex.
Why?
Sexual experimentation.
I was performing Tushalinga.
And sexually transmitted diseases.
I wish I had AIDS so I could bite somebody.
And for the grown-ups, there's also a segment on marriage counseling.
Honey, you're 41. Can I finally have the balloon knot?
He'll also stress the importance of lubrication.
You want it to sound like when your muddy boot gets stuck like a quagmire?
Another word to the wise from Professor Jim Norton.
Remember, on the face.
Thank you for the heads up. Joe from Valley Stream, he writes, Maury has the 100-pound babies on Channel 11, so he tuned in the show, and they're marching out the little fellas.
One's a girl.
How's your back?
Bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Who did your hair?
Mommy.
Yeah.
Why does she have to be in a tank top?
Because she's got tits, and they want to show her tits in her belly.
She could play with the neighborhood kids, run around with.
Mother's a fat cunt, too.
She runs out of breath. She's got so worse.
2 years old, 94 pounds.
She steals my 6-month-old baby's food.
Steals it.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Find her underneath the kitchen.
Stop feeding your fucking kids.
Here's how you handle that. Put that back down.
My 6-month-old's only 2
This is the beauty of Maury. They just showed a montage of the fat baby eating all sorts of food that they set up at a restaurant before the taping.
Right. I mean, she'll hide baby food in her purse. She'll take it out of the cabinet and put it in her purse.
She's 2 years old. She's got a purse.
Is that why you
So don't fucking give her a purse, you dummy.
Yeah, and then tell her to fucking shut her fat little mouth and smack her. Jesus, I hate this kid.
What do you got in there?
Show it, pull it out.
What?
My puppy bone.
Your puppy?
My puppy bone.
Look at this other kid wants to eat her pocketbook.
Phone.
Pulls a fucking mother's dildo out of there. That would be embarrassing.
The kid screams until she can eat.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for your puppy?
Fucking indulgent mother.
What's the name?
His name Puppy.
Puppy.
How you laughing, fat baby?
Not cute.
Right after
Not
this.
cute.
Oh, Mark.
Maya says her mother is feeding her grandchild to death. She doesn't have a problem.
I don't care because she doesn't.
What about me?
I don't know me. You killing that baby.
Rhonda is scared that her 96-pound 3-year-old will have as painful a childhood as she has.
Those cobwebs.
People laugh at you and her? Yeah. These mothers need help, and help is on the way.
You're not alone.
We can save your baby.
Want more,
Maury? Get the inside scoop.
That baby needs to be put in an oven and basted.
Well, you just fucking... every time the baby cries, I know it's harsh, but you put a little bit of warm Western oil on your hand, and you crack its face. The type of slap like a... and not only will the kids stop crying, but you'll laugh. Fucking hate fat babies.
Look up Joe from the little.
Your mic doesn't work, so why are you trying? Is it open? Turn it on. Talking to Joe.
There it goes. Now it works. They look like Joe from the Little Rascals. Remember?
Or Chubsy Ubsy.
Yeah.
They all have that fucking face. Chubsy Ubsy.
Like little miniature sumo wrestlers.
And the fat, hard gut, that's that fucking heart attack gut when a kid's two. It's almost punchable. I want the kids, every little baby should just be going, Dad!
All right, we got...
they do have Bob Kelly belly.
Oh, my rattle. I broke my rattle, man. Hold my passive. Hold my binky. Hold my binky.
Dell Hardware Warranty Support. My name is... How can I help you?
Well, my mom got one. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm having a problem. How about now? I got my phone on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. You're breaking up a little bit, but...
Oh, great. All right. Well, what I got is my mom's laptop here, and it won't turn off.
It won't turn off?
No.
Okay.
Cannot turn it off. Try to turn off the power, everything. It won't turn off.
Just a setup. Calling customer support, Dell.
All right. Can I get the service tag?
Jesus Christ, I just gave it to you people. All right. Express service code is 419. You got it?
I couldn't hear you very well. You're yelling very loud. 49, is that right?
Yeah, it's close enough. All I need to know is how do you turn this goddamn thing off? You know, your automated crap sucks, all right? And I think you suck, all right? Jesus Christ, how do you turn this fucking thing off? You understand that?
All right, well, I will just need to actually see what system you have here. So I'm showing that you... Can I get the name on the account?
It's...
All right, and the phone number is purchased at?
Why do you need all this? All I need to know is how do you turn the thing off?
It's so true.
God, I hate these. They will ask you to enter your service tag, and then the next person asks you. It's like, why the fuck
why
are
am
you
I getting
asking me more? Dell fucking stinks.
I need to verify the owner of the system, sir.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The number is 72.
All right. And can I get your name?
My name is...
And your last name?
Holy shit.
I'm her son. God damn you. Fucking goddamn people, I swear to God.
And your phone number?
My phone number is the same.
Okay. And your email address?
Why do you need that? You know, you're upsetting the fuck out of me. All right, you fucking goddamn asshole. Look, goddamn it, the fucking thing will not shut off. You understand that? Since last night, and you got a goddamn battery problem as well. All right, what the hell the fuck's going on with this goddamn thing?
I am getting very upset about this. You know, I've spent about an hour trying to talk to you people on this freaking automated crap you got, and that's what's got me all fucking upset like this, all right? And if you didn't have all this automated crap on your goddamn phone system, then somebody would talk to a human. Do you know what a human is?
Yes, sir, I do, and I will...
You keep acting like a goddamn computer and keep asking me for these stupid questions when all I need to know is how do you shut this thing down? It says Windows is shutting down. It's been saying that since last night, all right? Now, how come it won't shut down, and how come I can't shut it down? What do I got to do, rip the damn battery out of the back of it?
Well, that would be a start.
Yeah, get a hold of yourself, jerk off, or fucking just unplug it, let the battery wind down, or just keep your finger on the button. It will eventually turn off. I've had
Hold
that.
this on button long enough, and it'll shut off.
No, you definitely don't want to do that.
Well, what do I got to do? Will you please tell me?
Yes. All I need... So, do you not have an email address? That's all I need from you. Do you not have an email address?
I'm not going to give it to you, all right? Let's put it that way, all right? Because I have nothing to do with this goddamn computer. All I want to know is how you shut it down before it causes a goddamn fucking fire. Will you fucking tell me?
All right. So, to shut the system off, you see the power button on it?
I've been pushing it for the past 3 fucking hours. It don't fucking do nothing.
Okay, hold down the power button for 10 seconds right now.
Well, Jesus Christ, you could have told me that. You know, you are not very freaking helpful. You know that? You're a fucking asshole. And you can put this in your fucking records, all right?
It's funny to hear it pops off, and then he's like,
oh fuck.
Oh, you're an asshole.
I hate Dell customer service. It is the worst I've ever dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
They are atrocious, and Mac is kicking your fucking asses, and it's nice to see.
It is so difficult to get through to somebody and actually get an answer.
And the help is disgusting. It's all Indians, and it's all shit, and it's the same redundancy. It's the same fucking redundancy, man.
They use a flowchart. So you call up, they want to know what your problem is, and no matter what it is, it's like, all right, like I had with Vista. I had a problem with when I was loading up Vista, and it was just, an abomination. We know how that worked out. But when I called them up and got customer service, I explained the problem, and I swear to you, is the computer plugged in? It's like right at the top of the list. I say, you know something? If you're going to start here, we're going to be here a long fucking time.
That's when you...
Because I'm like 800 steps in front of my computer being plugged in. Is the on button you push to on, is Windows booted? Holy fuck. It is enough where you really want to just fly halfway around the globe and slaughter a cow in front of somebody.
Hey, Michael Dell, you should know that your customer service is so bad.
Jimmy?
It's costing you a lot of money.
Is he listening to the show right now?
He might be.
Michael Dell's driving his car going, Jesus, Jimmy.
Oh, my God, he's talking to me directly.
I'm talking to you directly, and I'm telling you the dog shit problem I had with your company recently. I sent back my 400-pound laptop. I had to pay my own shipping because of the twat that you hired to fucking deal with it. None of them could help me. They were awful. And I wound up going to a Mac, and I used Windows on that, and I just knocked it down to Windows 25%. The dog shit customer service, you chased me away from an operating system concept. It was so bad.
Right now, Michael Dell's wearing an Inno, and he's listening to the show holding up a copy of Lucky Louie he was going to buy, and now he's going, fuck you.
Good, yeah.
Throws it back in the fucking rack.
That's right. Why don't you put it in the mail and send it to New Delhi and let all your fucking employees enjoy it?
Hello, my name is Rich. Yeah, sure it is.
We'll call it Lucky Smelly. Hey,
let's go to Larry on Long Island. Larry.
Hey, guys.
Larry.
Don't take the hallway, Larry.
Your mother, Larry.
Your mother's an animal.
What's up, Larry?
Oh, no. Love you. Love your show.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello, Larry.
I have to feel with Anthony with this whole thing. I remember the whole situation with your lovely Dell fans over there.
Oh, yeah.
3 times tried to order up the same power supply for my Dell, and the guy said, well, did you order it from the home or did you order it for your business? I said, well, what effing difference does it make when I want this one specific power supply I see on your website? 3 fucking times I get the wrong power supply. And the guy's trying to tell me, well, it's the right one. And they even called me before they sent it to find out if it was the right one. And I said, that's the one I want. I open up the box, it's the wrong one.
Yeah, they did the same thing with my my vent fans, my case vent fans. They sent the wrong ones, and then I sent them back, and they sent me back something like fucking that didn't even make any sense, like a power supply. They sent me back an AC power supply. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even ask for this. I need a fucking fan. Yeah, just awful, and it took forever. They canceled my order and then never told me. So, like, time went by, and I'm like, I should have gotten those. I did, like, overnight. Where the fuck is it? So I called. There is not a record of your ever calling.
Great.
So you got to go through the whole thing again? And it said, no, I spoke to somebody. Here's the fucking number they gave me. And nothing is coming up. We must start the order over. I was like,
but I did all this already.
Yeah.
They are so bad, man.
Let's go to Steve on Long Island. Steve, what's up?
Hello, I love the show.
Hey, that's Steve.
What's up, Steve?
I love the show.
You're not
this
Steve.
The help desk, help me.
No, see, the Indian isn't calling help.
Please.
You got the concept backwards.
I know. Why?
Frankus. I would like some Frankus to eat.
We're going to play this for Paul. No filter, Paul.
Oh, it must be a man with a little head.
English TV portraying Americans as stupid.
That's shocking.
English TV portraying Americans as stupid.
I know, considering whoever invented the TV came from here.
Yeah, dummy.
No, so I didn't know who it was.
It's actually Germany.
No, it wasn't.
Do they like?
Sure. I'm pretty sure the German German gentleman.
Wrong. It was Pete Television.
Jesus.
What a douche.
And he was from Schenectady.
Pete Television.
That would make sense, though.
The television.
Why not name it after your last name?
Pete Television.
That's right.
Paul, what's up with the English making fun of Americans on TV?
I don't know. Let's hear it. I don't know what show it's from. So.
But I mean, you've lived over there. I mean, is this thing happening?
Well, they really just comment about the obesity over here, but obviously I moved here.
Well, yeah,
it's this country that does it.
What happened to you?
Yeah, exactly. I moved to America. Go
what
figure.
you were thin over there?
I was 157. Now I'm breaking 200 quite easily.
Well, you put a little bit of weight on. The food here is better. None of that,
food, all right.
That fucking boiled dribble they serve across the pond.
Horrid food. This guy's got a problem with me.
What?
But it's okay. You don't even have to go to him, but he's just asking. I'll answer his question.
Get him on the phone.
It says, why is Ant still with Dell?
He's right.
Steve.
Anthony.
Welcome aboard.
Hi.
Anthony, it's Keith in Jersey. How are you?
Hi, yes, Steve.
I want to know why you're still messing around with Dell with all these problems when you can just go buy yourself a Mac with an Intel chip in there and not have any problems.
I have a Mac, and I have a Mac laptop, and I have a Dell, and I have a Dell laptop. Here's why I get Dell when I need a Windows-based computer. Because even though their customer service stinks on fucking ice, I believe, probably 12 years that I've been buying Dell computers, the fan issue is the one and only problem I've ever had with my Dell. Like, I didn't have to deal with customer service because their computers weren't breaking. And I know this could be completely isolated, but I haven't had any problems with my Dell computer, so that's why I kept getting Dell. The Vista thing is a problem with Vista and Dell, so that's a separate thing. But I have both. I have Windows and Mac, Dell and Mac. I don't know how people get along with
Try running partitioning your hard drive on the Mac. And,
I don't want to. Dude, the games I run would fucking melt a Mac. They just don't have the graphics cards for the Macs, for the games that I have.
I'm an Apple-certified Mac consultant. That would not happen.
I am not partitioning off my hard drive to play games on something. Windows runs my games better. I know this.
Dude, Windows, let me tell you, I partition. I don't play games. I have a 200 gig hard drive.
All you do is play games?
No, I don't play head games, man. I have a 200 gig MacBook Pro. and I partition the hard drive, 100 gigs each. Windows should suck that one of them fat kids' dicks. Windows should suck it. So I switched the partition, and now it's 175/25 in favor of Mac.
Yeah.
The 25 gigs, though, Windows does not run as well on a Mac. It just does. There's a little quirky, weird things that happen.
It won't run my fucking game.
You can't wake it up.
On that. It won't run my games as well as just a Dell with my kick-ass fucking video cards in there. It's just, I'm not going to do it. And you're not going to talk me into it. Thank you, Steve.
Mac is not up to snuff on that.
Let's go to Pat in Cleveland. Pat, what's up?
Hey, guys, I want to tell you, all these are pretty much the same. Hello, guys.
Hey, Patty Cakes.
Hey, Pat, what's up?
Baker's man.
Hey.
How you doing, Pat?
Good, I'm doing good. I'm driving and trying not to wreck myself.
Yeah, I hear you, Pat. I hear you.
How you doing,
Pat, you're
Pat?
from Cleveland. What do you got for us today?
Welcome aboard, Pat.
I want to tell you guys.
What do you got for the show, Pat?
Hey, Pat.
This is Pat.
What's up there, Pat? Pat from Cleveland. Pat from Cleveland, and you're on the air. What do you got for the show today?
Hurry up, Pat.
Let's get to it,
We got limited time, Pat. Show's almost over, Pat.
Patty.
Come on, Pat. What do you got?
Go, Patty, go.
When I talked to Hewlett Packard from last week.
All right, we're talking to Pat. Pat's on the phone. What do you got, Pat?
All right, Hewlett Packard. That's your name?
HP. Hey, Pat. That's what I say. Pat, you're on the air. Go ahead,
That's
Pat
right.
from
Go ahead,
Cleveland.
Pat.
What do you got for the show today, Pat?
Her on the fanny?
That's a good one. From Cleveland. Call from Cleveland. Pat, what do you got about HP computer?
I want to say,
hey, it's Pat.
Welcome
How you
aboard,
doing, Pat? Welcome to the show this morning, Pat.
Thanks for calling, Pat.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That was very interesting, Pat.
We don't have all day, Pat. Let's go.
Get to it, Patty.
All right, so I got called a bigot by Hewlett Packard last week.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. I talked to him. I was on the phone with a bunch of Indians for like 4 hours. They couldn't help me out. I finally get somebody in the United States, and the guy gives me another number to call. And all I said was, hey, is this going to go to somebody in the United States, or am I going back to India again? He goes, well, I don't know, sir. I don't really have a bigoted view of it like that.
Oh, and then you said, but I didn't say nigger.
I don't have a bigoted view of it like that.
Boy, great.
See, I'm not a bigot. I just hate people who smell of a certain food, have foreskin, and speak with a choppy, shitty accent. That's not bigoted. That just makes me a good egg.
Don't care for people that think their grandparents are cows.
Absolutely. Anyone that would kneel in front of a hamburger should have their face slapped. Eat the fucking thing. It's delicious, you goose.
Well, here's the English TV portraying Americans
right.
as stupid. This is for Paul.
I'm scared.
Now, a lot of people give Americans a bum rap for being stupid and knowing nothing about the world, but the reality couldn't be further from the truth. As I discovered on the streets here, asking US locals about the very world their country runs.
Oh, boy.
Name a country that begins with U.
Yugoslavia? With you, Utah.
A country that starts with a U. Utopia.
Who's in the coalition of the willing?
No freaking idea.
Afghanistan, Kuwait,
Iraq, Pakistan,
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
What's the religion of Israel?
Israeli. Muslim. Islamic. Catholic, probably.
What religion are Buddhist monks?
Buddhist monks.
It's not.
Islamic, I don't know.
Who won the Vietnam War?
We did.
And who was...
Wait, were we even in the Vietnam War? Okay, good.
This phony motherfucker. They're probably just editing it a certain way.
They probably
bullshit.
edit it. You stupid limey. Why don't you ask this one? Who fucking won the revolution?
Yeah.
The United States of America.
Who bailed who out of World War II?
The United States of America.
Paul, you got one?
Bailed yous all out, Europe.
You got one?
You listening? Listening on the BBC. Yeah, fuck you. Look at you sitting there, all high and mighty, you Brit. Your empire fell apart, didn't it? Once fucking naval vessels, once they found out steel to make battleships out of, your whole fucking strategy went out the window. Sailing your big ships all over the globe. There, it's the empire.
Yeah,
Sure went to shit. Pushed you back to one little fucking piece of shit in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I always say, no taxation without representation.
Right.
Let's say hi to Rob in Chicago. Rob, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, guys, love you. Love the show.
Thanks, Rob.
Hey, Rob, by the way, we haven't told the CKG audience yet. We'll tell them tomorrow, but a nice little bump up in the latest ratings trend for the Chicago.
That's great. I'm doing what I can.
What do you got, Rob?
Hey, Opie, these guys that are doing this are Australian, not English, so are you one of those stupid Americans?
Yes. Well, I just read that one. Yeah, it didn't sound like a British accent. It's Australian, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, he's right.
I thought he said across the pond.
Let's not make a big hullabaloo.
Who's Fidel Castro?
A singer?
How many sides does a triangle have?
Damn, 4.
There's no sides. 1.
What is the currency used in the United
States? Yeah, you're 100% right. They're asking different questions.
Wait, but I said that.
Yeah, no, Ann said it.
No, I said that.
I said it.
I said it's all editing.
I said it was all editing.
Ann always comes up with the knowledge.
I said it, Jimmy.
No,
you just make
you want to listen. Listen to the replay.
Anthony said,
"Listen to the replay."
Boy, those guys are dumb. And I said, no. That's all editing.
I said, no.
It's the oldest bit in the book.
But I said that.
Like, you ask how many...
Stealing your credit.
Like, you ask how many sides in a square. They say 4, and then you re-ask the question.
Then you say, how many
together,
in
and
a
they
triangle.
look stupid. But let's do the same bit. We could do it right now. We could do it with the people right out there.
Okay.
You have to edit it.
But that would be work, so don't worry. We're not going to do that.
Here's how we're working. What's a good dessert? Big black cock.
See, yeah. That's how.
Now, what are you going to edit in as the fake answer?
Oh, my feelings are hurt.
Oh.
Good feelings, come on in.
No.
Get rid of them bad ones. That's what you get.
No.
You want to be smart and funny? Go ahead. Have a few laughs.
Put a piece of that gum up Jimmy's ass.
Please.
I bet his asshole would chew it, too.
1.
What is the currency used in the United Kingdom?
What's the currency in the United Kingdom?
What is it? The United Kingdom? I don't know.
Possibly American money.
Queen Elizabeth money? That's all I know.
Name a country that begins with U.
A country?
Yeah. What about this one?
What?
The United States of America.
I don't think he doesn't sound Australian.
Whatever that guy is, he's a duty face.
He is. How about this one? United States of America.
That's cool.
Oh, fuck yourself.
How about your kangaroo-ridden shithouse of a country? How about that?
Fucking blow a dingo, you cunt.
Exactly. Bunch of hopping mammals in the middle of the street. Go fuck yourself.
Big giant mice.
Fuck you and your planes that never crash.
How about this? Let's go home early.
Dude,
that'll show those Australians.
Let me tell you one thing, Greg, you're preaching to the choir.
Line of the day brought to you by...
Oh my God. You're preaching to the choir. I gotta
You're
finish.
not kidding?
No, I gotta finish my book.
Do you have things to do? Do you have checks to write?
Oh, shit.
Do you have floral arrangements to buy?
A contract to look over.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Today.
Does it start with a... are the initials of this contract P.N.?
Poor.
Do you have to buy flowers?
Line of the Day is brought to you by BulldogFight.com. The big event is finally here. It's a showdown of the world's most skilled mixed martial arts fighters. I said too much yesterday. Russia takes on the USA in this series of heavyweight super fights. Don't miss it on pay-per-view April 14th. Visit BulldogFight.com/PPV for details. BulldogFight.com.
Wait, is Fedor fighting? Fedor's a Russian, I think, right, Bill?
I just can't wait to hear it.
And don't forget,
yes,
coming soon,
Russian.
Coming soon, we're going to hide at least $5,000.
Can't say where.
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere in New York City.
It's a secret.
Somewhere.
Do we keep it to Manhattan, or do we go to the, or do we go to the boroughs?
I don't know. It's all going to be
to make it
done
fun
on the
and
web.
make them go uptown.
Oh, it's all going to be. Me and Opie will release a video
in
on
the
the internet.
Future, yes.
And you must then watch that and a bunch of other videos to follow where we will goof around, and maybe in that goofing you will see some clues that you might need.
Absolutely.
That's how the whole schmear will work, and we won't even mention it on the air.
Wait, Emelianenko. Fedor Emelianenko, I think his name is. Whoever he's fighting, Matt Lindland. Fedor, let me predict this, is going to massacre him. No, listen to me.
Oh, no, listen to me.
These guys, I'm telling you, this sport is what's picking Spike TV up. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. UFC.
It sure love watching people beat the fuck out of each other.
Better than boxing. Fuck, no one cares about boxing anymore.
Anyone out there have anything? Anniversaries, birthdays, coming out of the closet. What are we doing out there today? Wait, I said coming out of the closet. Someone pointed at that. You're coming out of the closet today? Congratulations. No, they're pointing at you. The one that
big
turned his head
fella,
around.
you're coming out, so what?
The guy with the dick in his mouth.
Well, he already has the mustache. You might as well.
It's not a big deal, dude. No one has a problem with
Anyone
that.
have anything?
I have a plug.
Brother Joe's got a plug.
That's right.
I do too, actually.
Where are you playing?
Thursday night in Delaware at the Wilmington, Delaware at the Coliseum.
Oh.
And then
I was in Rome.
Friday, and then Friday we move on to Philadelphia, a place called Jokers.
Yeah, Jokers is cool.
Jokers in Philly.
Right on, man.
Good place. And then Saturday, we're down in Maryland at the Looney Bin.
Playing the Looney Bin.
The Looney Bin, otherwise known as Loonies.
All right.
And I will, I mean, you know what you're playing?
And Jim's playing the Rock
No.
House.
Are you done? I don't want to interrupt
I'm
you.
done,
Okay.
man. I'm done.
I don't want to step on your plug. I'll be in Miami all weekend.
Oh, no. Jimmy will be in Miami all weekend at the Improv in Coconut
Sorry
Grove.
about stepping on my foot. He's been stepping on my olfactory senses all afternoon.
And
all morning.
Ass of his.
And if you're in New York today, the new Sabbath CD comes out everywhere.
Right.
Black Sabbath, the Dio years, they are signing at Best Buy in Midtown at 6 p.m. tonight. I think it's on 43rd or 44th and 5th Avenue. And they are very fucking cool guys, man. And 3 new fucking fantastic.
Are you going down there?
Of course.
Are they? Do you think when you walk up and they first see you, they turn and go, "Oh shit! Look, here he comes! Here he comes!"
I almost said that to me. You again?
Yeah, you again.
Guys, we can't leave early.
Yes, we can.
No, we have Rhonda. Rhonda, what's up?
Hi, boys. Good morning. How are you?
What's up?
Hi, Rhonda from
Love you.
Chicago. Want to say hi to Chicago?
Love you. Love the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get in line.
What do you got, Rhonda?
What do you want?
Oh, money!
Yeah, it's
I
probably
want to play
for someone
Guess
else.
What's in My Pants.
What is that?
I want to play Guess What's in My Pants.
All right, call back tomorrow.
Guess what's in my
let's
pants?
do it now. Yes.
All right, well...
All those giant checks for a relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are fantastic, aren't they? It's great to be in a partnership.
Rhonda.
Yes.
All right, you're from Chicago. You want to play Guess What's in My Pants, right?
Yes.
All right, we got to keep this radio friendly, so here's what you do. Pull your pants down, open your legs, rub the phone on your cunt. We'll guess. Don't tell us. Go.
Rhonda, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29.
How many kids?
Oh, I have no children at all.
Sounds like a guy.
Yeah, your voice is very deep, Rhonda.
Well, I smoke.
You smoke?
I've been smoking for about 15 years.
All right, 29. What do you look like?
I have blonde hair. I'm about 5'8".
It's a guy.
About 120.
Gym teacher.
That sounds like a guy. Your voice is so manly.
What's in your pants?
It's like boy-like man.
What's in your pants? A dick. Believe me, I see the thing coming.
Click. Just fucking hung up.
Yeah, of course. I called that one immediately.
I know, you could tell. It wasn't even...
Well, now we're going to have to do it for real. Any girls out there want to do this for us in front of everybody?
Close.
In front of everybody.
In front of everybody? Girls?
It's fun. You can use my cell phone.
All right, why don't we...
Play line of the day.
Yeah, here it is. Today's line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
All right, we're going to let Jimmy eat. We're going to take a break. Kenny, thanks. Go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
You're a sweet
I'm
boy.
working security today.
Gentlemen, I'm at jury duty.
Well, that's where you want the side in your face.
Exactly.
There's one person that they have to sway the vote on.
I need to see the evidence again. It sure won't be a hung jury.
Oh, wow. Kenny with the callback of the year. And there it is, your line of the day. Guys, thanks for coming by and doing the walkover. Thank you. Eventually, we're going to start broadcasting the walkover again. Hopefully soon. All right, is that it?
It sure won't be a...
Look at that.
A hung jury.
Look at the dumper on Paul.
Oh, God.
Mess.
Remember when he was in here shitting himself into the diaper?
That video didn't get
Oh, it should
People
have
should
gotten
be watching
massive.
that video around the clock and sending it to people.
It is one of the funniest fucking things. Paul shitting himself.
Just put No Filter Paul in the search engine of, I guess, YouTube. YouTube threw that up there, right? Him shitting himself on fucking
No
paper.
way. YouTube wouldn't do it. Probably break.
I think it was YouTube. Because he was covered. I think they were okay with it.
Really?
All right. Everyone's
I'm
leaving.
driving to Massachusetts.
Right now?
Yes.
Be safe.
Where are you playing there?
I'm not playing.
Oh,
what do you
Don't
do?
see the little lady.
Wait, she's moving here though, right?
Yeah.
dude, you were just.
She's
I
moving
swear,
down.
you were falling asleep sitting there,
I was.
and you're going to
My
drive
eyes
to
were closing.
Massachusetts.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. I just need like 8 Red Bulls
Oh,
Dude, what the
brother.
fuck? How long are you gonna be up there for?
to go. A couple of days.
Oh, okay, you're not just
Oh,
driving.
no,
You
I'm not just driving.
insane?
Coming back.
You got a great life now, Joe.
Joe's
do.
making some money,
My
man.
life is good.
Making some good money. And
Joe's pulling in 30, 40 G's a year.
Yeah, sure.
Be a little more than that, Jim.
Perhaps more than that, Jim.
Actually, it's nice when you get those deposit checks coming.
Ah,
Deposit checks are good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Out.
Later, gents.
Bye.
Gotta
go.
See.
Hey, this is Joe Perry.
Hey, everybody, this is Travis Tritt.
Brian Regan. This is Charlie Murphy.
This is Lois Griffin.
This is Ozzy Osbourne. This is Flavor Flav.
This is Larry the Cable Guy. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. And if you're not, you're a communist.
Hilarious.